What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
Introducing Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling, now available wherever beer is sold. PG Yuengling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Experience the Midwest's newest fine dining destination, Commission Row. Our menu includes the best locally sourced steaks, chops, seafood, and raw bar offerings. Created by PACERS Sports and Entertainment in partnership with Cunningham Restaurant Group. Commission Row is located right next to Gambridge Fieldhouse. Whether for dinner on the main level or drinks and Mills, our speakeasy bar. Make Commission Row a part of your next game night. Learn more or make a reservation at commissionrow.com.
The Kroger pregame show continues tonight. Here again is the voice of the Pacers, Mark Boyle, joining him, Eddie Gill.
Thank you, Pat. Game 5 was disappointing, Eddie, not just in the result, but in the fact that the Pacers seemed for large stretches of that game to be disengaged. And in a game that significant, it was quite surprising and not their norm. How do they get back there for Game 6?
Yeah, certainly a mental approach. And at this stage of the series and this stage in the season, everything starts between your ears. And really, just about any time you're out there on the floor, it starts between your ears, and being able to come with a level of focus and determination, and then your body soon follow if you have that mindset. So I think that's what it's about. I'm sure that's what they've talked about over the last day and a half after that lackluster performance. Again, the thing that they've been able to lean on for months now is after a poor performance, or even not even a poor performance, but after any loss, they've been able to bounce back and have a positive result.
Unfair, perhaps, to cite one player as critical in that regard, but Tyrese Halliburton was not good in Game 3. He was superior in Game 4, and he was not good in Game 5. How much of how the Pacers play is directly related to how aggressive he is?
Offensively, I think it's very impactful in terms of what they do, what's the continuity like, what's the entire flow of the game. And I always believe that one hand feeds the other, complementary basketball. So if you're playing good defense, oftentimes offensive game picks up. If you're playing good offense, oftentimes your defense can kind of follow that same suit. You're at least able to set your defense and put yourself in position to slow the opponent down. So he's definitely at the forefront of what they do offensively. You think about the pace of play, his aggression, and his teammates typically follow in line and follow what he's doing.
That's Eddie Gill. I'm Mark Boyle. The Pacers look to wrap this series up tonight. If not, a winner-take-all Game 7 in New York on Monday. Let's go back to Pat Boylan.
Mark and Eddie, thank you. Tom Thibodeau's Knicks kept Halliburton and the Pacers offense in check in their Game 5 win. Thibodeau shares his takeaways next. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Ways to save. All right, huddle up, Pacer fans. This is the money saving scoop from Citizens Energy Group. Turn off the faucet while brushing your teeth to save water. Toss on a layer before turning up the heat. That'll save you some energy. And always do full loads of laundry. Remember, the more you could serve, the more you could save. Now get out there Find more ways to save on your bill at citizensenergygroup.com.
Thanks for showing up, Indy. Nothing beats catching your Pacers IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you are catching the Pacers at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Pacers and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Pacers tickets today. There is no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Indy.
Good communications is key to any winning team. When it comes to business communications, your customers and vendors need to communicate with you from a variety of devices. Gibson Teldata provides unified communication solutions to over 3,000 organizations, including the Indiana Pacers, Fever, and Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Unified Communications lets your team communicate using a variety of platforms from a single interface. Visit bgibson.com or call 317-298-2945. Gibson Teldata is a proud partner of the Indiana Pacers. Welcome back to the Kroger pregame show from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. I'm your host, Pat Boylan. Tonight is Eastern Conference Finals Game 6. The Pacers are hosting the New York Knicks. Knicks coach Tom Thibodeau looks back on New York's best performance of the series.
We've been a resilient team all year. I think, we've shown we've been a
sometimes, probably a combination of him missing some shots he normally makes, but I thought our guys were tied together and trying to make him work for everything. And, that's what you have to do. We have to fight to win every possession.
How much does working on the offensive end of the floor play into that, making him work? It seemed like you guys were more intentional about trying to get him into action tonight.
No, it's basically the same, but sometimes you have opportunities to attack different ways. But there wasn't a big change offensively.
Tom, how much did Cat set the tone in the first half?
I thought he was very aggressive, and I think that's super important. I think Jalen as well. I thought the first quarter, that set the tone for the game. We got to make sure that we stay aggressive, and we have to stay disciplined. I think staying disciplined and playing with toughness is huge. It's been a hard-fought series. I said this before. The games have all been real close, one-possession games. So sometimes you look at the end result and you say, like when you're watching the film, play by play, you see that there's a lot of good plays. Obviously, there's plays that are 50-50 plays that could go either way. Sometimes you don't get them. But to understand, you got to keep going forward and keep fighting and never give in.
The head coach of the New York Knicks is Tom Thibodeau. Tyrese Haliburton, brilliant in Game 4, pedestrian in Game 5. What will we see in Game 6? He speaks next. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gainbridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Discover a career with upward mobility. Lift Academy provides an accelerated path to a rewarding career in commercial aviation. Through the Republic Airways Career Pathway Program, you'll have a defined pathway to Republic Airways. Learn firsthand from experienced instructors. Have state-of-the-art training technology at your fingertips and earn your commercial pilot certificate in as little as 18 months. Visit flywithlift.com today. Lift Academy. Get up here.
It all starts now. Day one of my dream job. So ready to get to work.
Retiring early was a dream of mine, and now my planning's paid off.
Since she was born, I've dreamt of walking her down the aisle.
Forum Credit Union helps you save, share, and grow for the moments you dream about. Learn about becoming a member and our services at forumcu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender. NMLS number 469848.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new.
It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Inside Gamebridge Fieldhouse tonight, the biggest home game in 25 years. It's the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks, game number 6. With a win, the Pacers would advance to the NBA Finals. A loss and a do-or-die game 7 will happen in New York City on Monday nights. I'm Pat Boylan. We are here because the Knicks staved off elimination in game number 5 in New York on Thursday. Tyrese Halliburton looks back at a tough game.
Yeah, rough night for me. I got to be better, setting the tone, getting downhill. I feel like I didn't do a great job of that. But I watched the film. There were some different things they did defensively. But for the most part, I think their base stuff was the same. They picked up the pressure a little bit more, tried to apply more as the game went on. But yeah, I got to be better, and I'll be better in Game 6. But I watched the film and learn from it like I always try to do, and be prepared for Game 6. We lost the margin battle today. I thought they did a better job in the margins. We turned the ball over too much, didn't rebound to our ability like we have shown this series. And when you do those two things against these guys in a game that comes down to so many possessions, it's tough. It's tough. So we got to be better as a group. I think our pace has to be better, and that starts with me. I got to be better there. We'll watch the film, see where we can get better, and be prepared for Game 6.
That's Tyrese Halliburton. Pascal Siakam says Game 5 doesn't dampen his outlook on the series.
We've been a resilient team all year. I think we've shown so far that we can fight, we can bounce back, and again we're playing against a really good team, and we beat them at home. They came back at the home floor and they executed well. They played better than us, and I just think that. We've been all year just an amazing team at just bouncing back, and our strength has been just being together, fighting hard together, staying together no matter what. Nobody put us had us being here right now. We up 3-2 in the conference finals. It's amazing, and I'm so proud of my team. Just how hard we've been playing all season, and we've had a lot of low points in our season, but just to see the connectivity and when things was going bad, all of us always got together. We fought hard, and that's why I'm proud of this team.
Profound words from Pascal Siakam after Indiana's Game 5 loss in New York. As for their head coach, Rick Carlisle, he evaluates what went wrong against the Knicks on Thursday.
Well, to start the game, we just didn't have the right level of force, the right level of attitude necessary, in this environment. And so, it was a bad start. We never had a lead in the game, and so, there were a multitude of things that were going wrong, and there were stretches during the game where we got a little bit of traction, but never enough. Everything gets more intense as a series continues to evolve, and it's great competition. But we weren't at the level compete-wise that we needed to be. As a team, we have to be aggressive, and we have to have a level of balance. I'll look at it. There's more things I'm going to have to do to help them, and so I'll take responsibility for that, and we'll see where we can improve.
The head coach of the Indiana Pacers, Rick Carlisle, a potentially monumental night here in downtown Indianapolis at Gamebridge Fieldhouse as the Pacers look to advance to their second ever NBA Finals in franchise history. They'll need one more win to do so. This is Game 6 of a best-of-7 series. Indiana leads the series 3-2. So a loss does not eliminate Indiana. It does eliminate New York. However, if New York were to win today, then the two teams would head back to Madison Square Garden. The Knicks would regain home court advantage for that do-or-die Game 7, a situation that the Pacers certainly are capable of winning in. They won there in Game 7 a year ago, but goes without saying, do not want to face. If that game happens, it will be on Monday at 8 o'clock with a 7:30 Kroger pregame show. If the Pacers advance to the finals, we'll start with the Kroger pregame show 30 minutes before each game, as always. That'll wrap up the Kroger pregame show. Mark Boyle, Eddie Gill, lineups and tip. Game 6, that's next on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Driving to his right, sends it into the lane. Turner right in front.
This is Indiana Pacers basketball. Now, here's the voice of the Pacers, Mark Boyle.
Good evening and welcome to a night of playoff basketball with the Indiana Pacers. Tonight, Game 6 in a best-of-7 Eastern Conference Championship Series as the Pacers take on the New York Knickerbockers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse downtown. Indianapolis, Indiana. The Knicks stayed alive in Game 5 on their floor 2 nights ago. They dominated the Pacers 111-94. It was the Pacers' first wire-to-wire loss of the postseason. And the Knicks, as usual, got key contributions from Jalen Brunson, who had 32 points, and Karl Anthony Towns, who scored 24 points and grabbed 13 rebounds. The Pacers now 11-4 during this postseason run. They're 5-2 on the home floor. New York is 10-7. Their road record, though, is quite impressive. They've won 6 and lost 2. They split a pair of games on this floor earlier in the series. The Pacers have history on their side to the extent that means anything. Indiana has taken a 3-1 lead in a best-of-7 series 9 times in their NBA history, and they have won all 9. New York has fallen behind 3-1 in a best-of-7 series 15 times over the course of their history. They are 0-15 in those situations. If they can prolong the series with a win tonight, we go back to New York. A 7th and deciding game on Monday night. The winner of this series moves on to meet the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA Finals, and that series starts in Oklahoma City on Thursday. Tonight in downtown Indianapolis, it's the Pacers and the New York Knickerbockers. Our on-site engineer, Scott Fenstermaker. Our studio producer is Eddie Garrison. With Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. Stay with us. We'll get to the starting lineups when we come back. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
You saw and heard what happened in the Pacers game, but what didn't you see? Everything that happens on the court is influenced by what's going on off it. And only Indy Star Pacers insider Dustin DePierac is going to give you that story.
Only Indy Star has the Pacers covered every day from every angle. It's not just about the X's and O's. I'll get you behind the scenes, whether it's a hidden reason for the Pacers' success or something you might not want to hear about after a loss. If you want to know what's happening with the Pacers, you can only get the full story from Indy Star.
Hi, this is Archie Manning. After years of playing football, I've learned to listen to my body. These days, that includes listening for signs of heart problems like chest discomfort or feeling tired from doing simple activities. The expert team of heart specialists at Ascension St. Vincent has made it the st hospital for cardiac care in Indiana. So when you need care for your heart, contact the winning team at ascension.org/St. Vincent Heart.
Hey Pacers fans, while we cheer on our team tonight, let's take a moment to remember an important cause. The Indiana Pacers proudly support organ donation. Signing up to be an organ donor is an incredible and easy way to make a difference. Organ donation saves lives, and when you say yes, you are creating hope for the more than 1,000 Hoosiers waiting on life-saving organ transplants. Say yes to organ donation next time you visit the BMV or learn more at donatelifeindiana.org. Now back to the action, and go Pacers!
Hey fans, this is Rick Carlisle, head coach of the Indiana Pacers. What meal goes best with Pacers basketball? A Philly cheesesteak sub right off the grill and fresh out of the oven from Penn Station East Coast Subs. All season long, when the Pacers win, bring a friend. Just text BOGO to 727-722 by 10 a.m. the morning after any Pacers win this season to receive a buy one, get one free coupon to use in-store the next day. Visit Pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. It's all about good taste.
Welcome back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Tonight, the Pacers and the New York Knickerbockers resume their best-of-7 Eastern Conference Championship Series, with the Pacers leading 3-2. With Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. It's time to take a look at our Ascension St. Vincent starting lineups. This is the Pacers' 16th postseason game this season, and they'll start the same lineup that they have started in each of the previous 15. Tyrese Halliburton, with an extraordinary performance in Game 4, was anything but in Game 5. 8 points, 2 of 7 from the floor. And he'll be paired with Andrew Nembhard in the backcourt. Nembhard struggling in this series, shooting just 39% from the floor. Miles Turner also struggled in that Game 5 loss. He had 5 points Aaron Nesmith and Pascal Siakam are the other starters for Indiana. Nesmith coming off of a tough shooting night, 1 of 8 from the floor and 1 of 5 from three-point range. Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges are the backcourt starters for NYK. Brunson is averaging 33 a game in this series. Karl Anthony Towns, who's averaging better than 25 points and nearly a dozen rebounds a game, is in the middle. And for the 4th consecutive game, Mitchell Robinson will start along with Agugwa Anunoby Jr., known to one and all as OG. New York has started this lineup in each of the last 4 games. They've won 2 of the previous 3. Tonight in downtown Indianapolis, it's the Pacers and the New York Knickerbockers. Before we go any further, let's take 10 seconds for network station identification. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
This is the exclusive radio home of the Indiana Pacers.
WIBC HD2, W298BB, WIBC HD3, W228CX, Indianapolis.
We are set to go. Game 6 about to begin. Stay with us with Pat and Eddie. I'm Mark. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Hey, Pacer fans, the Pacers are in the playoffs, and Moondrops Distillery is bringing you something big. Liquid Gold Moonshine bursting with bright citrusy flavor and made with freshly squeezed lemons for that authentic State Fair taste. Now proudly representing an Indiana Pacers label. Pick up your very own Liquid Gold today at Moondrops Distillery in Fortville or at Central Indiana Kroger stores. Can't find it? Go to moondropsdistillery.com. Moondrops Distillery, proud partner of your Indiana Pacers.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
In downtown Indianapolis, the scene has been set, and the Pacers in New York Knickerbockers set to go in Game 6. An Indiana win, and it's on to the NBA Finals. A New York win sets up a winner-take-all Game 7 2 nights from now in New York. We welcome those of you who have joined us from around Indiana via the Elevance Health Radio Network, our longtime affiliates in Portland, Indiana, W287BC, FM 105.3, WPGW, AM 1440, and WPGW 100.9 FM. Our game night special tonight features the Pacers Eastern Conference Finals Starting 5 t-shirt. It's regularly priced at $35. It's on sale tonight for $20. Look for this and all other Pacers merchandise online at PacersTeamStore.com while supplies last. Both teams will use the same starting lineups that they have used more often than not in the Pacers' case every game during these playoffs. New York has used this lineup in each of the last 4 games. It's Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Miles Turner, Aaron Nesmith, and Pascal Siakam against Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, and Mitchell Robinson. Rick Carlisle, the head coach of the Pacers, Tom Thibodeau, the head coach of the Knicks. Indiana will play in yellow with blue and white numerals, letters, and trim. New York is in the blue with the orange and white numerals, letters, and trim, and we're just about set to go. The Pacers, so far in this series, have won 5 of their 7 home games. The Knicks, Eddie Gill, are fantastic on the road. They're 6-2 away from the Garden. Actually,
significantly better on the road than they have been at home.
Listen, this entire series has been a battle of wills and contradictory trends for each team. Obviously, the Pacers are so good at home. The Knicks are really good on the road. And it's all about the mental focus right now and who brings the sense of urgency required to execute at a high level. I think both teams are clearly fighting for their playoff lives right now and an opportunity to get to the finals.
Miles Turner will jump center against Mitchell Robinson. And the Pacers will move the ball right to left to start the game. Our crew chief tonight, in his 30th season, James Capers Jr., the son of longtime NBA official James Capers Sr. Tony Brothers is in his 31st season. The third official, Tyler Ford, is in his 10th season. Turner and Robinson step into the circle. Ford will handle the opening tip, and it's knocked into the backcourt. New York gets first look. They'll bring it left to right. Bridges comes through the logo, played by Halliburton. The crowd appears into the game from the opening tip. Brunson out near the timeline. He's matched up with Nesmith. Brunson averaging better than 30 a game in this series. Drives it down the left side and lays it in with the left hand.
Exactly how previous game started. Brunson getting right to it. Gets the first two of the game.
Halliburton brings it the other way for Indiana. Left edge of the arc, Siakam. Center of the floor, turns the corner. Beautifully done. A bounce pass into the lane to the wide open Nesmith, who lays it in.
That's a little something different there. We haven't seen that. Ball screen by Nesmith, and he and Siakam play a nice two-man game.
Each team scores with its first possession. Bridges brings it the other way. He's got it near the right sideline against Halliburton. Bounce pass left edge. Brunson driving again, and he scores again in on the left side.
They make no qualms about it. They are going to Brunson each and every possession to get them going.
They lead it 4-2. Siakam counters with a foul line jump shot that hits the back of the rim. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Back the other way comes Brunson. He has scored on each of their two possessions. He's got it center of the floor. Bridges screens. Brunson on the pick and roll. Got it to Bridges, right of the lane. It falls off the front of the rim, and Turner claims the rebound. Pacers out and running with Nembhard. Down the right side, he finds the wide open Turner, but his three from the left edge is off target, and Nesmith, overzealous in pursuit of the rebound, knocks down Brunson. He's called for the first foul of the night.
It's not a great foul there, and understanding how important he is to be on the floor 90 seconds into the game. Goes right through the back of Brunson.
We are watching the rebounding battle as we do on a nightly basis. There's the inbound from the sideline, and Nembhard caught it and went to the hoop with the easy right-hand finish, a steal and a layup, and the game is tied at 4.
Nothing but bully ball there by Nembhard. Just takes the ball from Brunson.
He's going to harass Brunson this time coming up the floor. Nesmith was on him earlier. Now at the timeline, he hands it off. Anunoby stumbles through the logo at center. Gives it to Bridges, the shot clock at 8. Perimeter left, handling for the first time Robinson. And now Bridges with the shot clock at 4, lobs it to the goal. Caught with one hand right of the rim and flushed by Robinson.
I do like the adjustment right after Nesmith got that foul. Nembhard assumes the assignment of Brunson.
New York 6, the Pacers 4. Nesmith drives right down the middle, a collision. No whistle either way, and the loose ball to New York. Brunson has it, right sideline. They're in front early, 6-4. Brunson right of the lane and into the corner, a catch and shoot three, and it's 9-4 for New York as Bridges connects. Knickerbockers by 5. Pacers did not lead at all in Game 5, and they've not led here early in Game 6. Halliburton off the screen from Siakam, center of the floor. Now moving to his right, penetrates the arc down the right side. Loose ball in the corner, saved by Siakam, knocked out of bounds. Pacers have 5 seconds to get a shot. It'll come in free throw line extended far side. New York has hit 4 of its first 5 shots, including a Bridges 3. And they have the early jump at 9-4. 9:15 left in the quarter. Nembhard to get it in. Flips it perimeter right. Halliburton with it. Right hand drive. Pulls up and unloads a 3 that's off target. Towns rebounds. Brunson brings it the other way. Brunson pulls up on the break and misses a 3. Rebounded by Robinson. Missed the putback. He got another rebound. And on the left side of the floor, it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. Robinson has periodically been a major nemesis, and he had 2 offensive rebounds on that possession.
Yeah, Pacers dodged one there, and good deflection by Halliburton. Otherwise, they're going to get an open 3-point shot.
Rebounding numbers not encouraging early. It's 6-1 on the glass for New York. Down the right side, Turner, a right-hand toss, and it's out of bounds. Air ball, last touched by Towns. 10 to shoot, 8:43 to play. First quarter, New York with an early advantage of 9-4.
Pacers just need to settle in a little bit here.
Ball comes into the top from Halliburton to Siakam, who buries a three.
Great read there. They leave Siakam at the top of the key alone. He makes them pay.
He is 8 of 16 from three-point range in this series. New York in front, 9-7. 8:29 to go first quarter. Bridges, center of the floor, Robinson. Turner on him. Shovels the ball to Brunson. Nembhard stalking Brunson. Contact left of the lane, no whistle. Bank shot is missed. Rebound hits the floor. Picked up by Nesmith. Here comes Halliburton for Indiana. Cross court to Nembhard. Left wing, almost lost the ball. Now sends it to the right edge of the arc, and Nesmith hit a three.
Great work by Nembhard. Nembhard has assumed this challenge here. It looked like he's been licking his chops to get a little bit of Brunson here. Very physical.
And if the early first 4 minutes are any indication, the officials are going to let these two teams play.
And let them decide it. I like it. Everything's clean here, just physical play.
10-9, the Pacers with their first lead since Game 4, a game they won by 9 to go up 3-1 in this series. Brunson on top, bouncing with the right hand. Nembhard is still on him. Now he'll feed it to the right sideline with 4 to shoot. Anunoby driving left hand in the lane. Nicely done. He got to the goal and laid it in with the left hand just as the shot clock was about to expire. But the Pacers waste little time. Ball relayed into the forecourt. Halliburton to Siakam. He did the rest coming in on the right side.
That's a great outlet pass there, full court.
12-11, Indiana by 1. Bridges has it left of the lane. Backs it up to the top of the arc. Feeds it left side high. Towns against Siakam about 20 feet away. Shot clock to 5, and Towns is off target. Rebound, Nembhard. Almost 5 minutes gone. First quarter, the Pacers have a 1-1 lead. Here's Nesmith in the lane. On top, wide open is Turner, and it's 15-11 Indiana.
It's the pace. Get the ball up the floor quickly. Great ball movement. Free ball by Turner.
Pacers on an 11-2 run. This key stretch of the game, a presentation of KeyBank. The Pacers are in front by 4. The crowd has been on its feet since the opening tip. Bridges goes left side. It's Brunson's ball near the logo. Robinson over to screen. Brunson drives it with a right hand, pulls up, moving to his right, misfires the three. Loose ball on the sideline. Nesmith kept it alive. It rolls into the near side corner. It's out of bounds to New York. Boy, players from both teams all over the floor. That brings us to the first time out of the night. Both of these teams are really competing beautifully.
You think tonight is important? That possession right there shows you what it's all about.
15-11 Pacers, 6:30 left in the first quarter. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, Gainbridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
You know Unleaded 88 is engine smart and earth kind, but what does that mean really? Engine smart because Unleaded 88 burns cooler and cleaner with higher octane for superior performance at a great price. Earth kind because Unleaded 88 reduces toxic compounds in your fuel and burns more completely, reducing harmful emissions. That's good for our environment and our health. Engine Smart, Earth Kind. 4 simple words to remember when you fill up. Choose Unleaded 88.
In downtown Indianapolis, we're midway through the first quarter in Game 6. The Pacers on an 11-2 run have a 15-11 lead. Neither team has been to the foul line, but every time the Pacers connect on a foul shot, Citizens Energy Group and the Pacers team up to donate $5 to the Warm Heart, Warm Home Foundation, which provides utility bill assistance for thousands of Hoosiers each year. To learn more or to donate, visit citizensenergygroup.com/WHWH. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. We're high above courtside here at the world's greatest basketball arena, Gainbridge Fieldhouse downtown, Indianapolis, Indiana. Let's go courtside for the first time. Pat Boylan is there. Good day, sir.
Mark Eddy, hello. Tonight, yet again, the Pacers hope to show off that signature resiliency. They've not lost back-to-back games since March 10th, 81 days ago. The Pacers have earned 8 straight wins after a loss, including 3 of those in the playoffs, one of those earlier this week in game number 4. It's why Pascal Siakam sung an optimistic tune post-game, despite Indiana's worst playoff performance of 2025, arguably, that Game 5 in New York, saying, quote, "We've been a resilient team all year. We've shown we can bring the fight. Our strength has been staying together. Nobody had us here now." The Pacers showing some strong resiliency here in the early going. They've got a 15-11 lead.
Pacers have substituted out of the first time out. Benedict Mathurin and Obadiah Toppin Jr. are on. Obi and Benedict are on the floor for Indiana, along with Halliburton, Nembhard, and Nesmith. Brunson got in right side and missed a right-hand layup. Pacers running with Nembhard. Left edge of the arc, handoff to Toppin. He'll put it on the floor, drive it to the foul line, and then feed the right sideline, where Turner will bounce it once and then be called for traveling before he can get rid of it to Halliburton. Turnovers were a huge problem in Game 5. The Pacers uncharacteristically sloppy. They were one of the least turnover-prone teams in the league during the regular season, but they gave it up 20 times in Game 5. That's their first turnover in this game. Long 3, left side, front rim Towns. Another offensive rebound. Robinson. Towns has it, left side, driving it on Toppin. Turns his back to the basket, muscles his way to the side of the lane. Halliburton drops into double team. Shot off target, but there's Robinson again with a tip in.
Robinson is having a major impact here right now to start this game.
He's got 4 points, and there's a whistle at the other end and an offensive foul on the Pacers. Robinson also has 4 of New York's 8 rebounds. Benedict Mathurin trying to get to the goal and is called for an offensive foul. He was very aggressive in each of the last 2 games and continues with his aggressive approach here in this game, but that time he was called for an offensive foul. 15-13 Pacers. Brunson drives to the left side, bounces down to Bridges, and he threw it away. Toppin on the steal, running with Turner. He'll take it himself and put it in left side.
A tough finish with the left over Towns right at the rim.
Pacers have hit 7 of their 12 shots. They lead by 4. As Bridges comes down the right side of the lane, pulls up right baseline, spots the open man. Towns is long with a 3-ball. Yet another offensive rebound for Robinson and a dunk by Towns. 5 offensive rebounds, which is 1 more than Indiana has total rebounds. 17-15, Pacers by 2. Here's Halliburton driving, confronted by Towns. He bounces it into the lane. You can count that and put Turner on the line. A chance for a 3-point play on an Obi on the foul.
Great finish, but he's kicking himself right now for these offensive rebounds that he's given up. Got to be significantly more physical right now. Robinson having his way on the glass.
That's the one notable area of weakness. It has been all season. And literally, Eddie, we watch that every night because that's the one area that can really doom you. They've been out-rebounded so far in 4 of the 5 games, but it's been reasonably close. But we've had games this season, minus 19, minus 16, and you cannot allow that against a team this good.
Yeah, no, there's no question about it. They can't get extra opportunities when you have guys like Brunson and Towns out there able to capitalize. It looks like Bryant's at the table to give himself a go at Mitchell Robinson.
Pat Boylan is courtside. Foul shot is good. 3-point play complete. Did we finally get, Pat, definitive word on Tony Bradley? Is he out?
We have not gotten definitive word.
He is active. We do know that. Left side, Brunson, center of the floor to the foul line and into the near side corner. Josh Hart in the game for the first time. Drives it into the lane. Hands it off to Bridges, who glides smoothly down the right side and lays it in. Bridges with 5, Indiana by 3. 4:20 left in the quarter. They're playing with Hart. Miles McBride in for the first time. Brunson, Bridges, and Robinson. Turnover, but Robinson gave it right back. Halliburton sends it inside. Toppin delivers it near corner, but Nembhard missed a 3. New York running. Bridges outnumbered. He'll stop on the left wing, turn his back to the basket, and wait for help. He's going to now back in on Halliburton. Turns baseline. Here comes Nembhard to double team and knock it away. Pacers into the open floor. 3-on-1. Mathurin. Toppin back to Mathurin. And a spectacular play under the goal as Bridges blocked the shot. This leads to Brunson running to the other end. He comes down the left side of the lane, retreats to the left baseline, and feeds it back outside. 20-17 Pacers, 3:36 left in the quarter. Long 3 by Brunson, way out on the left side. Ties the game at 20. That was a spectacular play by Bridges at the defensive end.
Listen, the effort you're seeing on both ends right now, absolutely superb.
Game tied at 20, 3:21 left in the first quarter of Game 6. Both teams obviously sensing the urgency here and playing accordingly. Now Halliburton's pass is stolen. He tried to go cross court. Hart took it, drove the lane, and as he came down the right side, contact and an offensive foul on Hart.
Can't tell you how difficult it is to be able to time that up in transition, guess the offensive player's move, set your feet, and draw that charge. Outstanding job there by Andrew Nembhard.
Both teams having trouble hanging on to the ball. New York's given it away 6 times. Indiana has turned it over 4 times. Landry Shamet will check in. He has played in each of the last several games in the series after not participating at the beginning. Pacers will make a change too. Timothy John McConnell is on. TJ will bring it up. He'll play with Toppin and Thomas Bryant, Halliburton, and Nesmith. Game tied at 20. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. McConnell down the right side. Cut off as he hit down near the baseline by New York's DeLon Wright, who's also out there for the first time. Here comes a 3 from the right edge. Off the back rim, Halliburton. Wright with the rebound. Let's reset their lineup. It's Wright, Shamet, Hart, McBride, and Robinson. Game tied at 20, 2:43 left in the quarter. Neither team has led by more than 5, and both teams have led by 5. Shamet can't get away from Nesmith. Robinson up to set the high middle screen. The pick and roll works, and Robinson dunks it.
Yeah, poor communication there between Nesmith and Bryant. Halliburton's going to have to get something going towards the basket.
He's got the ball on this possession down the left side. Difficult right-hand floater, a little bit strong. Rebounded by New York's McBride. They lead 22-20, 2:12 left in the quarter. McBride left edge of the arc, now backs it up. Robinson screens, peels away. McBride drives it, left hand, left wing, pulls up from there and launches a shot that's rebounded by Toppin. Under 2 to go in the quarter. Indiana trailing New York 22-20. Full head of speed, McConnell, and into the corner for a Bryant 3.
Zero hesitation there by Thomas Bryant. TJ McConnell makes that play happen.
He was 1 of 5 from three-point range in the series before that. Indiana regains the lead at 23-22. 99 seconds left in the quarter. Misfired 3-ball right edge Shamet. Scooped up by Toppin, and here comes Halliburton. Pacers by 1 with the ball. Halliburton driving right side, flips it underneath, and Toppin lays it in. 4 for Toppin. Pacers in front. 25-22, 80 seconds to play in the quarter. Timeout, New York. This has been a furiously contested first 10 minutes and 42 seconds, and Indiana has a 3-point lead. Tickets for the Indiana Fever are on sale now. The Fever opened the season earlier this month, and additional tickets have just been released. Visit feverbasketball.com to get your seats today. Pacers up 3, late first quarter on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger. For mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. And no matter what tasty choice you make, our low prices add up to big savings. Plus, you get over $600 in digital coupons each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump and points. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
Today we have two very special guests on our program. Introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So we could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. At Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
Late first quarter downtown, Indiana 25 and NYK 22. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. When the Pacers win, bring a friend to Penn Station East Coast Subs. Just text BOGO to 727-722 by 10 o'clock the morning after a Pacers win. You'll get a buy one, get one free coupon to use in store the next day. Visit Pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. Neither team is led by more than 5. Indiana up 3 as we go to Pat courtside.
Tonight, the biggest Pacers home game in 25 years since Game 5 of the 2000 NBA Finals. What does Rick Carlisle want to see in it tonight? First and foremost, a change in demeanor, saying, quote, disposition, posture, force, intensity, all of that was simply not good enough, referencing game number 5. Plenty of spotlight on Tyrese Halliburton, too, who had 32, 15, and 12 in Game 4, just 8, 6, and 2 in Game 5. Tom Thibodeau said it was, quote, a combination of him missing some shots he normally makes, but we were all tied together defensively, making him work. Well, you can glass half empty or glass half full this year. Halliburton has not scored. 6 Pacers have. He's one of them. The Pacers, though, do have a 3-point lead despite it. Worth noting, Halliburton does have 4 assists in the first quarter.
We are high above courtside, Eddie, but you can almost feel the intensity, the tenacity, and the competitive spirit being displayed by both teams here in this first quarter.
I'll tell you what, and you know where we are. I'd love to be courtside to see this sense of urgency by both teams here.
They've got it out of the timeout. They're down 3, just over a minute to go in the quarter. Towns backing in on Siakam. He got to the rim, and Siakam knocked it out of bounds off of Towns. That is going to give the Pacers a chance to go up by 5.
Great hand there by Siakam.
And he's credited with a block as McConnell brings it down the right side. Deals it up top. Toppin works his way to the right edge with a left hand, top of the circle. Hands to McConnell down the left side. Spins away on the baseline as he's confronted by Towns. Now across the lane, left to right. Pull up off target. Rebound. Toppin got a hand on it, but New York controls it. They have dominated on the glass. They're +8, but they trail by 3. 35 seconds left in the quarter. Shamet, right sideline. Ben Shepherd checked in during the timeout. He's on Shamet, off the ball. A whistle. That's only the second team foul on the Pacers. The next one would result in the penalty. This one on Nesmith is his second.
Yeah, it's his second. He's saying he got hooked, but he's got to release contact there.
Mathurin will come get him.
Yeah, he's got to release contact. And this is part of the scouting report, I'm sure, with Towns, is he likes to lock you up. Put the onus on the official there.
30 3/10 to go. That leaves 16 3/10 between game and shot clocks. Wright has the inbound, spins baseline, got Shepherd up into the air, and Shepherd fouled. 2 free throws are coming. DeLon Wright will go to the line twice, a 60%er during the regular season. This puts Indiana in the penalty for the final 26 3/10 seconds of the quarter. DeLon Wright and Landry Shamet in particular, after not breaking a sweat in the first couple of games in the series, foul shot is good, have been competent at worst, and at times better than that. You sometimes would then wonder if Tom Thibodeau regrets not using them earlier.
Listen, there's no question about it. To me, if I'm a Knicks fan and I see what these guys have been able to get done, in some cases it doesn't get into a stat sheet, but it impacts winning and progress for your team. I'm wondering why they haven't been in the lineup as well.
Well, at minimum, Those two guys are allowing your frontline guys to get some extra rest, and that's at minimum. They're actually doing more than that.
Bare minimum. They've certainly been able to produce in addition to that.
Wright made the foul shots. Pacers by 1. About 2.5 seconds separate game and shot clocks. McConnell with a leisurely bounce on top, now moves into action, getting it left edge to Halliburton. Halliburton drives it to the right wing, and from there he is off target. Rebound tipped up, but not controlled by Toppin, and that's the end of the first quarter. With the score, the Indiana Pacers 25, the New York Knickerbockers 24. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Experience the Midwest's newest fine dining destination, Commission Row. Our menu includes the best locally sourced steaks, chops, seafood, and raw bar offerings. Created by Pacers Sports and Entertainment in partnership with Cunningham Restaurant Group. Commission Row is located right next to Gambridge Fieldhouse. Whether for dinner on the main level or drinks and Mills, our speakeasy bar, make Commission Row a part of your next game night. Learn more or make a reservation at commissionrow.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Just like the Indiana Pacers, U.S. Foods stands for quality, value, and commitment to their customers. From their state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, U.S. Foods is committed to meeting their customers' needs by providing quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and northern Kentucky. At U.S. Foods, it's what they do to bring guests into your business every day that truly makes the difference. Enjoy the game.
Are you sick of pretending to like boring hard seltzers that leave you feeling bloated? Tired of drinking the same old light beer? No time to make a mixed drink with all those complicated ingredients? Then it's time for you to try something different. Beatbox Party Punch is a fan favorite for the Indiana Pacers. Packing an ABV punch, each Beatbox is bursting with delicious flavors. Beatbox is low sugar and resealable, so you can always take the party on the go. And there ain't no party like a Beatbox party.
Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 plus.
Hey, this is Miles Turner, and you're listening to Pacers Basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Well, a couple of key areas going into this one might point to a cause of concern after one. Tyrese Halliburton has not scored. The Pacers have been more than doubled up on the glass, 15-7. However, all of that has happened, and Indiana has a 1-point lead. 25-24, Miles Turner has 6 points and leads all Pacers. Jalen Brunson has 7 for the Knicks. I'm Pat Boylan. Let's go back upstairs. Here are Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill with the seconds.
Now, New York out-rebounded the Pacers by 8 in that quarter, an advantage that was to a degree mitigated by the 6 New York turnovers. If you get out-rebounded 2-1 for the rest of the night, it's hard to imagine that you're going to come out on top.
Yeah, there's no question about it. You've got to be able to muster up one-shot possessions by the Knicks in which they miss and you rebound the basketball in order to have a legitimate chance to come out on top here tonight.
Pacers have second quarter possession. They'll move the ball right to left with T.J. McConnell, Benedict Mathurin, Ben Shepherd, Obi Toppin, and Pascal Siakam. They're in the yellow with the blue and white numerals, letters, and trim. New York playing in blue tonight with orange and white numerals, letters, and trim. We'll play with DeLon Wright, Miles McBride, Landry Shamet, Karl Anthony Towns, and Josh Hart. Both teams had leads as large as 5 in that first quarter. The Pacers lead by 1 as we start the second. McConnell brings it up, right defends. McConnell into the forecourt right sideline. Up top to Shepherd, and now Mathurin relays it left sideline to Toppin. Play is still outside the arc. First possession, second quarter. 7 to shoot. McConnell hard drive to the right baseline. Up top Siakam, 1 dribble and a 3 from the right edge is perfect.
Great read by Siakam. Towns immediately gets into a retreat mode thinking he's going to drive it. He stops and knocks down the 3.
Pacers 5 of 9 from three-point range, have a 4-point lead. This is New York's first possession of the second quarter. McBride against McConnell. Working to the right hand, into the right corner, catch, shoot, and hit a 3-ball. Shamet.
Well, Mathurin tries to shoot the gap. You cannot shoot the gap against a shooter. You got to stay in his footsteps there.
Shamet's 4 of 7 from three-point range in this series. Now Toppin passes up a 3, drives on Towns, can't get the shot away. McConnell bouncing it into the lane, and it's Siakam on the line twice. McConnell took the ball and worked his way in on the left baseline, bouncing it deftly into the lane. Siakam is fouled on the play by Hart. That is his second, and Siakam is on the line. He has struggled from there, 66% in these playoffs.
That's a great pass there by McConnell. Had to squeeze it into a tight window, and Siakam does a great job of cutting, making himself available. Siakam off to a nice start here tonight.
The foul shooting notwithstanding, he's having a very good series, and he misses this one. He's averaging better than 23.5 a game. He's hit half of his three-point shots. Throw in the 5 rebounds. He's got a couple of 30-point games.
Well, to your point about the volatility of his free throw shooting, at any given moment he can run off double-digit free throw makes in a row.
And he has done it more than once. Here he makes 1 of 2. He's got 9 points. The Pacers lead by 2. New York has the ball. 1 minute gone, second quarter. Right across the timeline, right on the logo at center court. Shepard is the defender. Handoff on top. Hart's driving it on top, and he got in right side. Toppin recycled the shot, using that left hand to deny Hart. Here comes Siakam, the length of the floor. His shot rolls off the rim. Mathurin rebounds and is fouled trying to finish.
With the multiple efforts, who's going to sustain the multiple efforts the longest here tonight will win this game. Right now, both teams are doing it at an elite level. A terrific job by Toppin on the other end with his patience. Doesn't go right on the shot fake there by Hart and blocks that shot to start the break.
If it continues to be this intense and this frenetic, do the Pacers have the advantage because of their depth? Or in a game this important, does adrenaline rule over everything?
I think, with the Knicks deciding they're going to dig into their bench, it may neutralize the depth of the Pacers, but still, it's a mindset that both teams will have to sustain here and see who comes out on top.
Mathurin has been excellent from the line, 96% in this series. And he hits the first one here. He had 23 points and 9 rebounds off the bench in New York 2 nights ago. He made both of these foul shots, his first scoring. And the Pacers lead by 4.
And he's been very good the last 2 games. So that will be a welcome sight by the Pacers if Mathurin is able to put together another good one.
Well, he scored 11 points total in the first 3 games and has scored 43 in the last 2. They come across with Anunoby, who's back on the floor, playing with Wright, Hart, Towns, and Shamet. Pacers by 4, early second quarter, the shot clock at 9. Shamet dumps it into the lane. He was in the far corner, but he found Anunoby, who dunked it. Shamet continues to contribute for New York, 31-29 Pacers. McConnell, center of the floor, heels up against that logo. Pass deflected out of bounds to the near side. The Pacers will have 13 seconds to get a shot. 10:08 left in the second quarter.
Again, Shamet and Wright on this defensive end problems are very problematic, and down on that other end, both have scored.
Toppin takes the inbound, bounces once, gives it to Mathurin. Mathurin to the top of the circle. Mathurin to the dotted half, and Mathurin with a right-hand finish.
Beautiful patience there with that ball screen and gets the floater to go.
Pacers back up 4. Hart brings it up, working left side of the floor against Toppin. Turns his back to the basket. Towns over to screen. Now right handles about 35 feet out right side. Bounces once, lobs it to the right sideline with 7 to shoot. It's Anunoby against Shepard. Anunoby with a strong drive into the lane, and he puts it off the glass. He has half a dozen.
Shepard just opens the front of the middle of the lane up for him.
2-point game, Indiana leading, 2.5 minutes gone. We play on in the second quarter. Siakam left of the lane, 1 dribble into the lane. The ball falls off the back of the rim, and New York is running with Anunoby. Anunoby driving in on McConnell. He got to the goal and scored again.
He's too big and strong there for TJ McConnell as he's attacking the basket. That's going to force a timeout here by Rick Carlisle and the Pacers.
And it comes with 9:13 to go in the second quarter. The game is tied at 33. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man.
Bell Tire.
Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart.
Bell Tire.
Right, Tire Man. we repair flats for free at
Bell Tire.
And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires.
Bell Tire.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
In Indiana, we grow basketball and soybeans. Just like the first bushel baskets used to create the game of basketball, we are growing bushels of beans all across the state, which help drive the Indiana economy, create sustainable products, and of course create a sustainable source of food. Meet the people behind the family farms across the state at indianasoybean.com. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Plan ahead for that next conference room meeting at work and watch people come to life when you walk in the room with that purple box from Jack's Donuts. You'll have plenty of choices with over 30 varieties of donuts. Add a 96-ounce box of Jack's Donuts coffee and hit that conference room in style. Let Jack's Donuts take care of your next big corporate meeting. Jack's Donuts since 1961. Learn more at jacksdonuts.com.
Early second quarter downtown, Game 6. The Pacers hoping to move on to the NBA Finals, while the Knickerbockers would love to live to play another day. It's tied at 33. You can make dining at Harry and Izzy's downtown a pregame tradition. Enjoy the world-famous St. Elmo shrimp cocktail and the award-winning filet sliders. Harry and Izzy's proudly supports Indy basketball. You can make your reservation today by visiting harryandizzies.com. With Eddie, I'm Mark. Let's go to Pat.
Aaron Nesmith, a player worth watching. He came down with that ankle injury in Game 3. He did return in the game. He hasn't missed a game in the series, but that also doesn't mean he's 100%. Nesmith played just 16 minutes in game number 5, where Rick Carlisle said, quote, maybe he was a little bit slowed by that ankle. We got Shepard in right away. He said he's going to continue to monitor it, suggested it was still a little bit stiff. He's getting constant work, nonstop treatment, a lot of electrical devices hooked up to him. Now, Nesmith did pick up a couple of early fouls, so he may not be playing big minutes in the first half because of that, but clearly a key player. He's been the primary and the most successful defender on Jalen Brunson for the Pacers in this series.
With 9:13 left in the second quarter, the game is tied. The Pacers will have the ball. Andrew Nembhard is back in, and he'll play with McConnell, Shepard, Siakam, and Toppin. New York continues to play with Shamet, Wright, Hart, Towns, and Anunoby. Ball is in. McConnell in backcourt. He'll bring it ahead. The Pacers look to regain the lead. Both teams have led by as many as 5. McConnell bouncing left edge of the arc. Siakam has it there. Siakam going to the center of the floor before giving it up to Nembhard. He drives hard down the right side, got into the lane, and then dealt it back up top. Siakam with 5 to shoot. Gives to Toppin for a dead-on 3. And Obi Toppin, who was 1 of 11 from three-point range in the series, hits a dead-on 3 to give Indiana the lead back.
And he has shot the three ball well throughout the season, so look to continue to see him improve.
As play moves into the New York end, Shepard is called for tripping Shamet. Team fouls now. Indiana 1, New York 2.
These are the fouls that have got to be eliminated. Nesmith has already taken one. We saw this a little bit in Game 5 as well.
They've got it down 3. Shamet has it out near the timeline, left of the logo. From the crouch, he moves the right hand to the top of the arc. Anunoby's been trouble here in the second quarter. He's got it with the left hand, turns to the right, shoots from mid-range right side, front rim it off, rebound snagged by McConnell. He's full speed ahead to the other end. He's in the lane. He falls down, and the ball is wrestled out of his hands by Anunoby, and it's finally going to be ruled out of bounds to New York.
Yeah, T.J. McConnell just out of control there. He runs in the midst of 3 blue jerseys, and then there's a fight on the floor for the ball. Just a deflection by Siakam. Knicks get possession here.
Turnovers, Pacers 5, New York 6. New York down 3, 8-10 left in the second quarter. Tyrese Halliburton will return for the Pacers on the next dead ball. Right now it's up top with Anunoby. He hands it to Hart. Hart working perimeter right, kills the dribble, back to the right wing. Towns on a clear out, starts to back in. Nembhard comes to help Siakam with a double team. Towns didn't get it outside in time, and that's a shot clock violation. He was double teamed down there. Nembhard came to help Siakam, Eddie, and the Pacers forced the turnover.
Best defensive possession of the night so far, and they've had a few, but great job of squeezing Towns there in the double team. Don't let him split, and everyone else stays home. Does a great job of forcing the shot clock violation there.
Halliburton is in, and he'll play with Nembhard. Turner returns. Toppin stays, and so does Shepard. Halliburton has not scored. He's missed all 4 of his shots. Here's his 5th shot of the night, and it's worth 3 from out on the right edge.
Gets that one to go. They destroy the ball screen coverage, and he makes them pay.
Biggest lead either team has had. New York wants a timeout with 7:36 left to play in the second quarter. The WNBA All-Star Game is coming to Indianapolis in July. You can find out about tickets, volunteer opportunities, and event information by visiting WNBAAllStar2025.com. 7 minutes, 36 seconds left in the second quarter. The Pacers lead New York 39-33. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the NBA Finals.
In the NBA Finals, any moment can become unforgettable. Now is your chance to watch the next moment you'll remember forever.
Jordan open. Chicago with the lead.
Unforgettable awaits. The 2025 NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV begin June 5th on ABC.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gainbridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Game was tied at 33. The Pacers took a timeout with 9:13 left in the second quarter. And over the next minute 37, Indiana on a mini run of 6 straight points. They've now got the game's biggest lead at 39-33. The Pacers are shooting 50% from the floor, 7 of 11 from three-point range. C&J Water, the official water treatment partner of the Indiana Pacers. Schedule your free water analysis today at cnjwater.com. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. We're high above courtside. Pat Boylan is down there on the floor in the thick of it. What's up down there?
Well, in the most recent huddle, Rick Carlisle liking a lot of what he's seeing, asking for continued ball pressure on the defensive end and to stay aggressive. Tyrese Halliburton then took over the huddle, something I haven't seen very often. He's typically a bit more quiet in those huddles, but Halliburton saying we've got to stay aggressive, we've got to take care of the ball, and on our end, we have to continue to move the ball. Halliburton, those his first points with that last 3. He has 4 assists, but the Pacers are up by 6.
They'll play with Halliburton, Miles Turner, Ben Shepard, Obi Toppin, and Andrew Nembhard. New York has reinserted Mikal Bridges. Jalen Brunson back on the floor. Josh Hart, Karl Anthony Towns, and OG Anunoby stay in the game. They've got it in blue, left to right, ball knocked away from Brunson, picked up by Towns. He comes hard down the right side. Turner challenges the shot, but Towns right of the rim finishes anyway. 39-35 for the Pacers. It's Halliburton across the timeline, double teamed on the logo. They work the ball beautifully to the near corner, and Nembhard couldn't get the three to drop. New York running with Hart, poked away and out of bounds by Toppin. They tried to trap Halliburton on that logo at center, and the Pacers moved it out of that double team beautifully and got a good look out of the corner.
Yeah, you encourage that type of coverage there. You want to trap him out there by half court. There's so much space to operate on the backside there. You're going to find an open shot every time.
39-35. Brunson, who had 7 points in the first quarter, drives it left side to the wing, hops into the lane, lost the ball. It's out of bounds. Last touched by Indiana with 11 on the shot clock. I like this. The officials are letting them play.
There's no question about it. And I'm going to tell you, since Nembhard has drawn this assignment, he has done a terrific job guarding Brunson.
Neesmith started but picked up 2 early fouls. And so Nembhard has been able to pick up the slack in the lane. Towns, and this time they call a foul as Towns is in some pain. Remember, he had an issue with his left knee earlier in the series. This time he backed it into the lane, and Turner, attempting to stop him, knocked him off balance. He hit the floor, and he did grab that knee, but he's up now and will shoot his foul shots.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with his knee. I suspect we'll find out once the Knicks are done playing for the season. But I've never seen a guy favor something so badly and then be going full speed on the next possession.
Towns will shoot it twice. He's had a very good series. After averaging better than 30 a game against the Pacers in the regular season, he's averaging 25 and a half and a dozen rebounds in this series. He makes the first foul shot. Shepard leaves and Neesmith returns. 39-36, Pacers by 3, 6:50 left to go in the second quarter. One more for Karl Anthony Towns, his 10th year in the league, the first 9 with Minnesota. And the second foul shot is clean. He has 6 points. Free throws not a big part of the first half. Indiana 4 of 5, New York 4 of 4. Pacers by 2, and Halliburton once again pinned up against that timeline. Tried to feed it to the right sideline. It was kicked out of bounds by Bridges. And they'll play it in from outside the hash mark, closer to the timeline, really. And Robinson, who did some serious damage in the first quarter, is back in. Towns is out. Robinson in that first quarter had 6 points and 6 rebounds. Ball is in. Neesmith has it. Neesmith drives it on Hart, hands it off, right side, outside the hash mark. Halliburton on the attack, and Hart is going to be called for a foul, his third.
Well, this is what Halliburton has to do. If they're going to pressure him like this, especially once he gets across half court, you just got to drive a hip and draw the foul there. It's just baiting a guy into a foul, some of the easiest stuff that you can do at the guard position in one-on-one situations.
Team fouls, New York 3, Indiana 2. Shot clock at 14, Pacers lead by 2. Neither team is led by more than 6 in this very competitive first half. And now we have an away from the play foul.
Yeah, that's an awful foul by Bridges. Just grabs Halliburton as he's trying to come off of that screen to receive the inbound.
So that'll put the Pacers on the line, leading by 2 with 6:36 to play in the second quarter. And that's their 4th team foul. Halliburton, an 85% foul shooter, will take this one and connect. He's got 4 points. Possession comes with this violation, and the Pacers will play it in from the side. And it's into Halliburton out near the timeline, right of center. He'll go right sideline to Toppin, bombs away, and it's badly off target. Rebounded by Anunoby. Pacers are shooting the 3 well, though. They're 7 of 13. Brunson has it for New York. On top, switches to the left hand. He got away from Nembhard, but Turner cut him off. And now Turner forces him to get rid of it. A long 3 from way out on the left sideline. Off target, offensive rebound on the floor, and it's off of Halliburton as it goes out of bounds. Towns missed the 3, but the Knicks will get it back on the near side. They are +8 on the glass.
And once again, another possession, multiple bodies going to the floor for the ball.
Siakam will return for Indiana. Toppin will leave. Toppin had 7 points and 4 rebounds.
He's been a bright spot coming off the bench right now. Great minutes played here in the first half.
Right side, left hand. Bridges to the top of the circle, to the foul line, to the dotted half circle, and then he feeds the left sideline. Anunoby missed a 3, and they only were able to keep Robinson off of the offensive glass by committing a loose ball foul. He did get a hand on it, but the loose ball foul is called on Turner, his second.
Again, he's wedging his way in the paint before a shot goes up. And at that time, Turner, all he could do was push him in the back.
Brunson has it for New York. They're down by 3. He's outside the arc, directly on top. Comes off a Bridges screen, works his way to the right baseline. A contested shot from there is in and out. Punched out of bounds, and there's some indecision from the officials. New York will keep it.
Again, the Mitchell Robinson effect. I mean, you got to just, hopefully, and this is where he's been ineffective, is once you wear him down and he gets tired. But right now, he looks full of life.
Inbound, far side baseline, 14 to shoot. Brunson has it. Outside the arc, left side against Halliburton with 8 to shoot. He'll send it cross court, near side. Anunoby fakes the 3, drives it with the left hand, and from the foul line, knocks it down. He's having a big first half. He's got 10 points, and they're back to within 1. Anunoby has hit 4 of his 6 shots from the floor. Siakam is fouled as he tries to back it in on the right side. New York is in the penalty. With 5:27 to go in the quarter, Siakam will go to the line as Towns picks up his first. We'll take 10 seconds for network station identification. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
This is the exclusive radio home of the Indiana Pacers.
WIBC HD2 W298BB, WIBC HD3 W228CX, Indianapolis.
Siakam knocks down the first. He's got 10 points. He is Indiana's leading scorer. Anunoby has the same for New York.
And Siakam has to continue to stay in attack mode. We talk about Halliburton being in attack mode, but Siakam certainly has to shoulder that same responsibility going at Towns when the opportunity presents itself.
He'll shoot one more. Pacers have nearly half of a quarter to work this penalty, and once again, the erratic Siakam makes 1 of 2. 5:22 left in the half. Brunson across the timeline, left of the logo. Now uses the right hand to take it center of the floor. Nembhard remains the primary defender. Bounce pass, top of the circle. Anunoby backs it up against Siakam and throws it out of bounds. But a foul has been called. The pass sailed out of bounds. The intended receiver was fouled as he tried to get to it, and that'll be team foul number 4 against the Pacers. Towns couldn't get to it. In the judgment of Tony Brothers, Nesmith committed his 3rd foul.
Yeah, I mean, it's just recognition. And Nesmith is struggling with it right now, knowing when to be aggressive, when not to be, knowing when you have solid position and help, and not to be overly aggressive and commit a foul there.
Darius Walker, who got his first work in this series in Game 5, is out there for Nesmith. 5 minutes left in the second quarter, and now Bridges is fouled by Halliburton, and that'll put Indiana in the penalty at 5:04.
Both teams shooting free throws the remainder of the quarter. Critical stretch of this game here.
Bridges with 5 points. He's only been to the line 7 times in this series, and he's only made 4. But he's a reliable foul shooter, 81% during the season. And the first of 2 is good.
And here's the quandary you face as a team. This is for both teams. Understanding the importance of this game and how hard you have to play, knowing when to temper it and back off a little bit.
He can tie the game with this second foul shot, and he does so. Very evenly contested first half. The Pacers have had leads as large as 6. New York has had leads as large as 5. From the foul line, Nembhard long with a jump shot, and it's rebounded in the lane by Robinson. New York can go back in front. Across the timeline, Brunson, he's near the right hash mark, picks up the dribble, a careless pass into the lane, and it's stolen. It's 4-on-2 to the other end. Middleman on the break, Nembhard hands it to Walker left of the lane for a 2-hand slam.
Great execution. Got to take advantage when you can get easy ones.
A very careless pass led to that field goal, and now a backcourt foul is going to send New York to the line as Nembhard picks up his first, trying to force a turnover.
Well, it's he and Brunson have talked about the physical play between the two of them. It's the old infamous get the second guy in the second action. Brunson stepped into Nembhard initially. And Brunson sold.
Brunson is getting to the line often, and he's been extraordinarily accurate. He's at 93% in this series, and he hits his first foul shot of tonight's game to cut the Pacer lead back to 1. They have not missed a foul shot. They're 7 of 7. 43-42. Indiana by 1, and it remains that way. Brunson is short with the second, and Turner takes in the rebound. Pacers are -9 on the glass. Here's Halliburton, right edge of the arc. Hooks it cross court. Dangerous pass, but Nembhard got it. Relayed it to the corner, and then Walker sent it back outside to Nembhard. High middle screen Turner. Nembhard pulls up right of the lane and hits the 15-footer. 45-42 Pacers. 4:08 left in the half. Brunson brings it up right of the logo. Across the timeline now with the left hand, moving left side of the floor. Back to the right hand, he's in the lane, he lost the ball. Picked up by Nembhard, ahead to Halliburton. He'll slam it with the right hand. New York has turned the ball over 9 times, and they're down by 5. 3 minutes and 44 seconds left to play in the half. Play on the baseline. Towns can't score against Turner. Siakam up the floor. Here comes Halliburton. Across the timeline. Walker back to Halliburton. Now perimeter right. Siakam left hand. Turns to the dotted half. Almost walked, but got it to Halliburton, who floats a right hand off the back of the rim. Towns rebounds ahead to Anunoby. 1 against 2. He'll slow and wait, dropping it to the trailing Bridges, right sideline. 3:15 left in the half. The Pacers are in front by 5. Towns using his size, backing in on Halliburton. Siakam over to double team. Towns got rid of it. Open man near corner, and the hesitation cost Anunoby. He faked the 3 and then tried to take the 3. Halliburton blocked it, but he got it back, drove into the lane, and drew a 2-shot trip to the line.
Great recovery by Halliburton. And Siakam again, he's in great position. If he just goes straight up, probably going to force a miss there. It looks like we're going to get a review. But that's a basketball play. They're wanting an offensive foul on Anunoby as he leads with his right knee, but he goes up to attempt a shot.
Well, we'll see how this plays out. The Pacers have been, I think, not flawless, that's too strong, but they've been extraordinarily accurate in their assessments of replays throughout the course of the season, but there was a very questionable one in Game 5, and this one looks equally questionable to me.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. They have clear, I would guess, I don't know these stats for sure. Pat may have them, but they've got to be around the top quarter of the league in terms of getting these reviews right. But this one is going to be a touchy one.
Watch, I said that one's questionable too, and of course the challenge will be upheld.
But I mean, but look at it. To me, that's a basketball play that Anunoby's making. He's going up for the layup.
I agree, but we'll see. As has been the case throughout the playoffs, only one official in the replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey. In this case, it's Ben Taylor. Pat, how did you see that?
Well, I think what the Pacers are arguing here, and whether it merits a challenge is a completely different question, that while it might be a basketball play, it also caused that leg for Siakam to come down and commit the foul, and that's something that officials actually have talked about with teams previous to the series or previous to the season when they have their meetings is, well, when a guy comes in with that leg, I'm trying to go vertical, but that kind of collapses my hands down. So this will be a really interesting interpretation of that rule right there.
They are still reviewing it.
Yeah, that's a little more nuanced than I
me too.
Can register or really even. I mean, I guess when I take a look at it that way, now that you give me that explanation, but man, I still think that's going to be difficult to overturn. But
if it's upheld, it would be Siakam's first foul, and it would put Anunoby on the line. 3:02 to go in the second quarter. Indiana leading by 5. The Pacers win, it's on to Oklahoma City. Regardless of how this series plays out, that one starts Thursday. First 2 games in Oklahoma City and then back here, or New York, depending on who wins this series for games 3 and 4. And now looks like James Capers is ready with a verdict. One more conversation with Tony Brothers, and here he comes.
Following this review, on the drive to the basket, we have a normal shooting motion by the shooter, and therefore we do not have an offensive foul on the play. It is an unsuccessful challenge. We will have 2 free throws and play off the second.
Well, I'm not surprised. If I'm surprised at all, it's that they challenge it in the first place.
I mean, I agree with their assessment there. Immediately when I first saw it, I thought it was a basketball play, basketball attempt on a shot by Anunoby, and Siakam came down with his right arm on the forearm of Anunoby. So no challenges remaining for the Pacers.
Anunoby had a very poor shooting game in Game 5, although New York won. He went 3 of 14 from the floor. In this game, he's 5 of 8, and as he drills the foul shot, he has scored 9 of his 11 points in the second quarter. The Knicks 8 of 9 from the line. They're within 4. Anunoby in his 8th season out of IU knocks them both down. He's got 12 points. They've gotten double figures from one player, and so have the Pacers. Siakam with 10. 47-44 Indiana. Halliburton has it to the foul line, into the lane, and he shovels it home.
Love it. Great job of getting 2 feet in the paint. Nice screen by Turner, able to free him up.
He's got 8 points. New York got it in. Pacers challenged it aggressively, and now Brunson is into the forecourt. His team down by 5, 2:37 to play in the second quarter. Towns sets a screen. Brunson drives with determination across the lane, left to right, and into the corner for a Bridges 2-point shot. 49-46. Pacers waste little time and almost instantaneously get the ball up the floor. Halliburton to Siakam for a dunk.
Siakam has beaten the Knicks defense down the floor multiple times throughout this series.
51-46, 2:09 to play in the half. Ball is in the hands of Bridges. Bouncing left edge of the arc to Towns. Right back into Bridges, who got away from Halliburton and laid it in.
That is not good defense at all.
11 points for Bridges. Indiana by 3 with Siakam giving up the dribble. Looking for help. He nearly threw it away, but Nembhard has it. He'll squeeze one off from the foul line, and he didn't get the roll off the rim. Walker with the offensive rebound. Back out to the wide open Nembhard. He missed it, and it's rebounded by Towns. A good clean look at a 3, but he could not get it to drop. 93 seconds left in the half. Indiana by 3. New York with the ball. Brunson up against the near sideline. Works that left hand. Side of the lane, in the lane, dotted half. Tough shot, well challenged by Nembhard. Brunson made it anyway. 51-50. Siakam has it for the Pacers, who lead by 1 with 73 seconds left in the second quarter. Near sideline, Nembhard, played by Brunson. Facing the basket, bouncing with the right hand, now retreating. Gives it to Siakam. Near side against Robinson, and as he drives Robinson, he got him off balance. Robinson on the foul, Siakam to the line. Siakam will shoot 2 here with the Pacers leading by 1. Let's see what Pat Boylan has planned for halftime.
Mark, at the halftime report, first half highlights of an intense and tightly contested game where neither team is led by more than 6. We'll go through the box score, catch you up on everything you need to know around the NBA. All of that coming in exactly 60 seconds of game action.
Siakam shooting 2. He is 2 of 4 from the line. He has scored a team-high 12 points. And the Pacers leading by 1, now lead by 2 as Siakam hits the first of 2.
Well, Siakam gets the matchup that is very favorable. He's get Mitchell Robinson closing out on him on the perimeter. Again, just drives a hit to draw the foul.
1 minute left in the half. Neither team has led by any more than 6 points. New York's biggest lead was at 9-4. The Pacers had a 6-point lead at 39-33. One more foul shot for Siakam. It's 52-50 Indiana. And the second one, front rim and home. Pacers by 3, 1 minute to go. We're in the second quarter of game 6. Bridges brings it up through the logo at center court, played by Walker, who's out there for Nesmith, who picked up his 3rd foul earlier in the quarter. Now Halliburton falls down. Anunoby drives and gets it inside. And Towns lays it in. I didn't see what happened to Halliburton, but he's moving gingerly.
Yeah, he's asking for an offensive foul on Anunoby there.
Ball is kicked at the other end. Pacers will play it in with 39 and 3/10 seconds to go. 21 and 3/10 between game and shot clocks. Did you see the contact?
I didn't see it. It would get a. Oh yeah, I see it now, but I don't know if it would have warranted a foul.
18 to shoot. Ball comes in. Free throw line extended far side. Halliburton has it. He's out near the timeline, played by Bridges. Turner up to screen. Halliburton drives to the wing, hooks it to Turner. The pick and pop is worth three as Turner delivers.
We haven't seen much of that this series. They have mobile bigs, but the pick and pop game works there.
56-52. There is time between game and shot clocks, about 5 seconds, with Brunson handling the ball near sideline, 10 to shoot. Now Brunson accelerates left hand into the lane at the goal. Bounced it inside. It's stolen by Nembhard. He sends a helium balloon into the forecourt, and Siakam gathered it in and took it home.
Once again, Siakam beats the entire Knicks defense down the floor for two.
Pacers have equaled their largest lead of the night. Knicks will have a chance to get one more shot, and Anunoby, who's been brilliant in the first half, scores from the foul line as the first half comes to a close, and it is hard to imagine a half of basketball more intense, more fierce, more competitive, and more compelling than this.
There's no question about it. I mean, every single possession there is a fight for an advantage by both teams, and this is what you want in this type of environment. Both teams answering the bell in terms of their will. We'll see who can sustain it in the second half.
The Pacers had leads as large as 6. New York had leads as large as 5. The Pacers are in front by 4 at the end of the half. At every Pacers home playoff game, look for the happy hour discount prices up until tip-off. At the Yingling Flight Deck at Section 13, the Patron Bar near Terraces 1 through 4, the Sire Spirits Bar at Section 216, and the Upland Bar at Sections 201 and 232. It's halftime downtown. Stay with us. When we return, we'll go courtside. Pat Boylan will have our halftime report. Through 2 in Game 6. It's the Indiana Pacers 58, the New York Knickerbockers 54. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Hey, Pacer fans, the Pacers are in the playoffs, and Moondrops Distillery is bringing you something big. Liquid Gold Moonshine bursting with bright citrusy flavor and made with freshly squeezed lemons for that authentic State Fair taste. Now proudly representing an Indiana Pacers label. Pick up your very own Liquid Gold today at Moondrops Distillery in Fortville or at Central Indiana Kroger stores. Can't find it? Go to moondropsdistillery.com. Moondrops Distillery, proud partner of your Indiana Pacers.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Thanks for showing up, Indy. Nothing beats catching your Pacers IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you are catching the Pacers at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Pacers and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Pacers tickets today. There is no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Indy.
You know Unleaded 88 is engine smart and earth kind, but what does that mean really? Engine smart because Unleaded 88 burns cooler and cleaner with higher octane for superior performance at a great price. Earth kind because Unleaded 88 reduces toxic compounds in your fuel and burns more completely, reducing harmful emissions. That's good for our environment and our health. Engine smart, earth kind. 4 simple words to remember when you fill up. Choose Unleaded 88.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
The first half of game number 6 has been intense. It's been physical, and it's been extremely competitive. Neither team has led by more than 6 points. The Pacers did have a very brief 6-point lead just before halftime. OG Anunoby's bucket at the buzzer has made it a 4-point game. Indiana 58, New York 54 here at halftime. Let's take a listen to the first half highlights.
Nembhard stalking Brunson. Contact left of the lane. No whistle. Bank shot is missed. Rebound hits the floor. Picked up by Nesmith. Here comes Halliburton for Indiana. Cross court to Nembhard. Left wing. Almost lost the ball. Now sends it to the right edge of the arc, and Nesmith hit a 3. Shot clock to 5, and Towns is off target. Rebound, Nembhard. Almost 5 minutes gone. First quarter, the Pacers have a 1-point lead. Here's Nesmith in the lane. On top, wide open is Turner, and it's 15-11 Indiana.
It's the pace. Get the ball before quickly. Great ball movement. 3 ball by Turner.
Pacers on an 11-2 run. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, the Indiana Pacers 25, the New York Knickerbockers 24. Brunson brings it up right on the logo. Across the timeline now with the left hand, moving left side of the floor. Back to the right hand. He's in the lane. He lost the ball. Picked up by Nembhard. Ahead to Halliburton. He'll slam it with the right hand. New York has turned the ball over 9 times, and they're down by 5. Halliburton drives to the wing, hooks it to Turner. The pick and pop is worth 3 as Turner delivers.
You haven't seen much of that this series. They have mobile bigs, but the pick and pop game works there.
56-52. There is time between game and shot clocks, about 5 seconds, with Brunson handling the ball near sideline, 10 to shoot. Now Brunson accelerates left hand into the lane at the goal. Bounced it inside. It's stolen by Nembhard. He sends a helium balloon into the forecourt, and Siakam gathered it in and took it home.
Once again, Siakam beats the entire Knicks defense down the floor for 2.
It's halftime downtown. Through 2 in game 6. It's the Indiana Pacers 58. The New York Knickerbockers 54.
After tonight's game will either be Game 1 of the NBA Finals, that would be June 5th in Oklahoma City, or Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, that would be Monday in New York City. If the Pacers win, they're on to the finals. If the Knicks win tonight's Game 7 will be in Madison Square Garden on Monday. The Pacers lead the Knicks 58-54 at the half. First half stats are next. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers.
It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9 with IT. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service, Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Halftime from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, game number 6. The Pacers and the New York Knicks. Indiana wins it, and they are on to their second ever NBA Finals, and they lead at halftime by 4. It's been extremely tight throughout. Neither team has led by more than 6. 58-54 is the lead for the Pacers through 2. Here are your first half stats for the visiting New York Knicks, and OG Anunoby has been excellent. 14 points in 18 minutes, including the bucket just before half to cut an 8-point game down to 6. Other Knicks starters include Mikal Bridges, who had 11. Jalen Brunson, who had 10. The Pacers would probably take another half of Brunson doing what he did in the first half. 10 points on 4 of 10 shooting. 1 shot or 1 point per field goal attempt is a pretty good ratio. He's got 4 assists. Mitchell Robinson has 6 points and 7 rebounds. Off of the New York bench. Now, Tom Thibodeau ran his bench heavy minutes. Didn't see a whole lot of productivity. The Knicks, though, hung around. You can view that either way. Landry Shamet, 3. Delon Wright, 2. McBride, 0. Hart, 0. However, those typical Tom Thibodeau minutes haven't been played here tonight, and that's really been an adjustment since game number 3. His starters not playing the typical heavy minutes that they often do. Brunson, 16. Bridges, 16. Towns has played 20. The only Knick in foul trouble is Josh Hart, who had 3 fouls in 10 first half minutes. The Knicks are shooting at 50% from the field, 3 of 11 from the three-point line, 9 of 10 from the foul line. As for Indiana, Pascal Siakam came ready to go from the opening tip. 16 points for Siakam. Other starters, Miles Turner has 9. 8 points, 6 assists for Tyrese Halliburton, also a couple of steals. Nesmith has 5. He's only played 10 minutes. He has 3 fouls. Andrew Nembhard has struggled offensively, but he's been good defensively. Nembhard does have 5 assists, 4 points on 2 of 7 shooting, but he's got 5 steals. Off of the Indiana bench, which outscored New York 16-5, Obi Toppin with 7, 4 for Benedict Mathurin, 3 for Thomas Bryant, 2 for Jarris Walker. McConnell did not score in 7 minutes, but did have 2 assists. Shepard did not take a shot in 6 minutes. The Pacers are shooting 51% from the field. They have hit 5 more threes. They're 8 of 15 from out there, 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Now, the entire game can really be summed up as in 2 areas that have more or less canceled each other out, but they're probably the 2 areas to watch here in the second half. The glass, which the Knicks have dominated. They're plus 10 there, and they've outscored Indiana by 5 in second chance points. The turnover margin, the Pacers are plus 5, but they've dominated off of the turnover. Indiana has 16 points off the Knick turnover. New York has just 2 points off of the 5 Indiana turnovers. So the Pacers are plus 14 there and have canceled out the struggles on the glass. But the Knicks with 6 offensive rebounds in the first half. Halftime score, Pacers 58, Knicks 54 of game number 6. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
whoa, my kid's got a serious backhand,
can lead to an even bigger question like,
tennis campus how much?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you to help you build a savings plan for expenses big and small so your money can make money. Mike, how's that sound?
Sounds like match point.
Sounds like love.
We could serve up tennis puns all day.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, Gainbridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Halftime of game number 6, the Pacers lead the Knicks 58-54 at halftime. I'm Pat Boylan. Here's what's happening elsewhere. That answer is nothing is happening elsewhere. Oklahoma City has already finished off Minnesota. They are awaiting the winner of this series. It'll either be the Pacers in 6, the Pacers in 7, or the Knicks in 7. With a strong second half, the Pacers could get it done tonight. Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill have the third, and we return on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
She's worked hard. We're so proud to drop her off at her dream school.
We've grown so much. This new location will be a dream for our business.
With this dream gym at home, the whole family can get stronger together.
Forum Credit Union helps you save, share, and grow for the moments you dream about. Learn about becoming a member and our services at forumcu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender. NMLS number 469848.
It's basketball season, so it's time to rally behind the Indiana Pacers with your favorite local pizza. When it's game time, make sure you've got Hot Box Pizza in your corner. With our everyday awesome deals, you choose the deal that fits your schedule perfectly. Whether celebrating a win or gearing up for the next big game, we have the pizza that keeps you fueled. Grab a slice and show your support for both the Pacers and Hot Box Pizza. Visit one of our 24 local locations for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. Check us out at hotboxpizza.com. Locally owned, locally loved.
Hey Pacers fans, by saying yes to organ donation, you're choosing to give the gift of life, an incredible way to make a lasting difference even after you're gone. It's a powerful decision that offers hope to those waiting on the National Transplant Waiting List for a life-saving organ. Join your Pacers in supporting organ donation and get the heart on your driver's license. If more people say yes to being an organ donor, more lives can be saved. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to learn more and share your decision with your family.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
We get set for the start of the third quarter with Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill. I'm Mark Boyle. In that first half, each team had one distinct area of advantage. The Pacers forced twice as many turnovers as they committed. The Knicks had 10 more rebounds than the Pacers did, so more or less a wash. The Pacers also shot the three better than New York did, and both teams shot it well overall. So as we look to the third quarter, Eddie, what do we expect?
I'm looking at the conditioning component of it. I mean, we highlighted, I think for good reason, how hard fought that first half was. I'm looking at who was in the best shape here and who can mentally stay so locked in that they focus in on all the details, try to avoid careless mistakes, all the while still remain the physical effort.
Third quarter possession to Indiana. The Pacers move it left to right in the second half. They're in yellow, blue and white numerals, letters, and trim. New York plays in blue with the orange and white complementary colors. Original starters on the floor: Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, and Aaron Nesmith. Against Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Mitchell Robinson, Karl Anthony Towns, and OG Anunoby. Shot clock at 7. Halliburton way out left side. Center of the floor, gets it back to Siakam. 2 to shoot. He will, and he'll start the third quarter with a three-pointer from the left edge.
Pascal Siakam has been outstanding throughout this game. He picks it up right where he left off in his first half.
Pacers have their biggest lead, and driving in on the left side. Bridges missed the right hand. Indiana up 7 and running. Halliburton near corner. Nesmith's shot out of the corner is blocked, and the ball lands in the lane, and then it's fumbled by Robinson, but he manages to recover. Anunoby blocked that three. It looked like Nesmith was wide open, but Anunoby got there, and now Brunson has it. His team down 7. 61-54. Indiana 9 of 17 now from three-point range. Brunson hooks it right edge, and Towns marches into the lane. Turner had to foul him. And as both players went up, it looked like Turner may have been kicked in the nether regions.
Yeah, he's going to take a knee. This play is quite similar to that play we saw in the first half with Anunoby and Siakam. Ooh, that's a painful one there for Turner. Yeah. Yikes.
Oh.
Bullseye.
Oh.
That was bullseye, and he's trying to...
That's Turner's third foul.
Jeez.
Oh. The males in the top row of this building felt that.
Oh my. Man.
Oh. Town shoots 2.
That was painful to look at.
He is 2 of 2 from the line, and he barely hit the front rim with this one.
Oh, he almost shot it complete air ball there, but it's going to fall short, just grazed the front rim here. And
New York was 9 of 10 before that.
Talked about the rebounding piece of it, which was a major problem. Mitchell Robinson had 5 offensive rebounds in the first half. All of those came in the first quarter.
Towns is short with the second one. He's normally a good foul shooter, but he missed 2. Indiana by 7 with the ball early third quarter. Neesmith right side hits a 3 from the sideline.
They don't get to that one. Great job of getting it up quickly again, and they lose Neesmith on the perimeter.
Pacers are 10 of 18 from three-point range. They have the largest lead of the night at 64 to 54. Towns down the right side, ambushed. He lost it out of bounds. Boy, they just enveloped him with multiple defenders.
You will never accuse Towns of passing too much.
Here's Halliburton driving across the lane, up and under. Right to left, he missed the shot. Towns saved it from going out of bounds. New York down 10 with Bridges on the move. Far sideline catch and shoot. Anunoby no. Rebound Robinson, and he's fouled. That's his 6th offensive rebound.
He was sandwiched between Turner and Siakam both, and he's still able to come up with that offensive rebound.
That's Turner's 4th, and here comes Thomas Bryant to get Turner.
This could be a major problem.
They'll play it in. 14 on the shot clock. They're down 10. This is the first double-figure lead that either team has enjoyed. Anunoby with a good, strong drive. Not strong enough. He got to the front of the rim. The shot was blocked. And at the other end, count it! And put Siakam on the line with a chance for a three-point play. Bryant with a shot block at one end, and then marvelous teamwork got Siakam the ball he scored as he was fouled.
Well, again, Halliburton advances the ball to full court to Nembhard this time. He just drops it off to Siakam, and he splits the defense for a reverse layup with an and-one opportunity. Knicks need to sit down and discuss this situation.
New York needs a timeout. The Pacers with an 8-point run to start the third. 10:02 left in the third. It's Indiana 66, New York 54. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger. For mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. And no matter what tasty choice you make, our low prices add up to big savings. Plus, you get over $600 in digital coupons each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump and points. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gainbridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
You saw and heard what happened in the Pacers game, but what didn't you see? Everything that happens on the court is influenced by what's going on off it. And only Indy Star Pacers insider Dustin DePierac is going to give you that story.
Only Indy Star has the Pacers covered every day from every angle. It's not just about the X's and O's. I'll get you behind the scenes, whether it's a hidden reason for the Pacers' success or something you might not want to hear about after a loss. If you want to know what's happening with the Pacers, you can only get the full story from Indy Star.
They don't call it Sailor Jerry's spiced rum for nothing. We make our rum in the name of Norman Sailor Jerry Collins, father of the old school tattoo. You've seen them before, bright, bold, and filled with meaning. As an independent spirit, he lived his life all in, the way we approach making our rum now. Still made the old school way, 92 proof, with all natural spices and flavors. This is a solid drink, no matter how you like it. Respect his legacy. Drink Sailor Jerry responsibly.
10 minutes, 2 seconds left to play. Third quarter, the Pacers on an 8-point run have their largest lead at 66-54. The Noblesville Boom will be bringing high-impact action and unbeatable value to the arena at Innovation Mile this fall. You can visit noblesvilleboom.com to place a $50 deposit that secures season tickets for the first season of the Boom. As play continues, Siakam will go to the line, attempting to complete a three-point play. We go courtside to Pat Boylan.
If there's one area you can look at throughout the entire playoffs that has indicated success more than any other for the Pacers, it's Indiana's effort from the three-point line. And their 11 playoff wins, they're an extremely impressive 43% from three. In their 4 losses, they're 29%. When the Pacers have shot 36% or better, they're 11-0. When they shot under 36%, they're 0-4. So far, that a strong indicator here of what's going on tonight. The Pacers are, in fact, well above those averages. 10 of 18 is 56%.
Chance to go up 13. Pacers were up 4 at the half. They scored the first 8 points. And now Siakam, who has 21 points and is the only Pacer in double figures, will go to the line looking to complete the three-point play. Pacers from the line, 8 of 10. Siakam is 4 of 6. And his foul shot here, clean. He completes the three-point play. He's made 5 of his last 6. And he's got 22 points. A 9-0 run to start the third quarter. New York now trying to climb out of a 13-point hole. Bridges brings it up, under 10 minutes to play in the third. Crossing left of the logo. He's into the forecourt. Halliburton is on him. Bridges bouncing with a right hand. Angling center of the floor. Now goes left side edge of the arc. Towns right back to Bridges. Fading into the lane. Well challenged by Nembhard, but he hit it anyway.
Well, Nembhard did a great job with denying Brunson. Was able to come off and provide some help there.
And now Halliburton turned it over as he tried to drive it into the lane at the other end. The Pacers give it away for the 6th time. 67-56. New York down 11. The lob to the goal from Bridges, caught and dunked by Robinson.
Got to stop the ball on those ball screens actions there. Bryant caught in no man's land.
Robinson 8 points and 8 rebounds in this one. Halliburton picks up the bounce on the right wing and then tosses it out to the logo. Neesmith drives it from there. He's at the goal. He laid it up too hard, but the ever-present Siakam is there to finish. Siakam has 24 points, and the Pacers lead by 11. 9 minutes left in the third quarter of Game 6. Brunson moves to the right edge of the arc. He'll launch a 3 from there and connect. 13 for Brunson. Pacers by 8. 8:47 left in the third. Halliburton driving right edge. Brunson picks him up there. Halliburton moves it center of the floor. Now feeds the ball to Siakam. He's red hot, but this time his 3 hits the back of the rim. Rebound out of bounds to New York. They've cut it from 13 to 8. And they have the ball with 8:30 left in the third quarter. Towns with it. Left edge. Bouncing with a right hand. Facing the basket against Siakam. Shot clock is down to 10 as he comes in left side. An offensive foul has been called. He tried to work Siakam in on the right side and instead picked up his second foul.
Well, look, it's the call that the Pacers have been begging for the entire series. Towns is really crafty at hooking the defender and drawing the foul. This time the official gets in with the offensive.
Pacers by 8. Halliburton, who has 8 points and 7 assists, brings it across the timeline, hounded by Bridges. He got it to Nembhard into the corner, and Bryant hit another 3.
And the same shot he did in the first half. Zero hesitation in those corners. 2 for 2 from the three-point land right now.
He was one of 5 in the series coming in. Indiana back up by double figures, 72-61. Brunson with it. Siakam defending. Brunson penetrates the arc, got to the foul line. He'll shoot from there and score again. Brunson has 15 points. New York down by 9. Siakam left of the lane against Robinson. And Robinson appeared to foul Siakam. That's the reaction you're hearing from the fans. Instead, the officials will rule that he blocked the shot and knocked it out of bounds. 17 to shoot. Ball in, far corner. Neesmith lets it fly. But his 3 is off target. Towns has it. New York down 9 with the ball. 7:30 left in the third. Brunson working at forecourt. Center of the floor. Picks it up. His pass deflected. Stolen by Neesmith. Pacers running. Halliburton to the corner. Nembhard is all alone and takes advantage. Splashing home the 3.
It's a great sequence by Halliburton. He gets a deflection to initiate the steal and gets the assist for the 3 ball.
Pacers up by 12. Just over 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. On top, Bridges to the left edge, Anunoby looking into the post. Towns has it against Siakam. backing in, right hand at the goal, laid it up too hard, rebounded by Bryant. Here comes Halliburton across the timeline, cross court, Neesmith into the corner. Can Bryant do it again? You know he can! You know he can! Number 3 with a 3, and New York takes a timeout as Bryant gleefully dances to the sideline, met with great enthusiasm by the entire bench.
Talk to him, Bryant. Stay ready. You don't have to get ready.
This building is on fire. 6:42 left in the third. Indiana by a game-high 15. Timeout, New York. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
In Indiana, we grow basketball and soybeans. Just like the first bushel baskets used to create the game of basketball, we are growing bushels of beans all across the state, which help drive the Indiana economy, create sustainable products, and of course create a sustainable source of food. Meet the people behind the family farms across the state at indianasoybean.com. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
Hi, this is Archie Manning. After years of playing football, I've learned to listen to my body. These days, that includes listening for signs of heart problems like chest discomfort or feeling tired from doing simple activities. The expert team of heart specialists at Ascension St. Vincent has made it the st hospital for cardiac care in Indiana. So when you need care for your heart, contact the winning team at ascension.org/St. Vincent Heart.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
6:42 left in the third. The Pacers lead by a game-high 15. Every assist the Pacers record tonight results in a $5 donation to the Pacers Foundation from Key Bank. So far, 21 assists on 28 field goals. Halliburton has 8, and Nembhard has 7 plus 5 steals. Pat Boylan is courtside. I haven't been paying close attention, Pat, but every time I look into the stands, it seems like the fans are on their feet. Have they been seated at all tonight?
for very rare stretches, but they have been standing for a good portion of it. As you can imagine, they can sense what's potentially on the line here if the Pacers can keep this up. And Thomas Bryant, if you think about his playoffs, he was benched for Tony Bradley for a few games there. Bryant had never hit more than one postseason 3 in a game. He just hit 2 in a minute 26 in his third of the nights.
And that's been part of the reason that the Pacers have moved in front by 15 points. They've outscored New York by 11 in the first 5 minutes, 18 seconds of this quarter. Pacers out of the timeout with Neesmith, Nembhard, Halliburton, Toppin, and Bryant. New York has not substituted in the third quarter. They'll continue on with a starting 5. Bridges has it on the logo at center court against Halliburton. They move it right to left in blue. Indiana in yellow. Bridges drives and kicks. Anunoby is clean near corner, and he takes advantage. He's had an excellent game. Hits the 3. He's got 17 points, and he leads their team in scoring. They pull back to within 12. It's Nembhard for the Pacers. Perimeter right, left hand, now goes left edge. Toppin tried to hand it to Halliburton and turned it over to the other end. Bridges with the layup. Generally speaking, the Pacers have taken good care of the ball, but they got sloppy there. And now a pass to the rim. Bridges couldn't finish. The Knicks come the other way again. They've cut it from 15 to 10. Brunson, edge of the arc, driving, left hand, bouncing it inside for a dunk. Indiana will take a timeout. A quick 7-point run for New York. out of the last timeout, and that run over just 55 seconds cuts it to 78-70. Both of these teams known for their resiliency. Pat has talked about this in terms of the Pacers not having lost consecutive games since early March or consecutive home games since December. And the Knicks are never down. I still think I labeled them brilliantly after Game 4 when I called them cockroaches. That's a compliment. They are not going to be easy to dispatch, and they will play until the end.
I mean, that is a very tough stretch for the Pacers to stomach there. I mean, in that last possession, Thomas Bryant receives the lob pass from Halliburton literally right at the rim. Can't convert. They come down, get a dunk of their own. Rick Carlisle has no choice but to call a timeout there to try to slow this run down here.
Both teams continue to shoot well. The Pacers at 51%, New York at 52%, but the Pacers have been far superior from three-point range. The Knicks haven't been bad, 36%, but the Pacers have been extraordinary at 57%, and they've outscored the Knicks by 24 points. From outside the arc, they lead by 8, and they'll have the ball out of the timeout.
See, can the Pacers respond here with a run of their own after the Knicks put a quick burst to really get back into this game.
Nembhard will bring it up. Nembhard, Nesmith, Halliburton, Toppin, and Bryant on the floor. New York has not substituted yet in the third quarter. 5:38 to play. Nembhard, right edge, pulls up, 15 feet out, cannot deliver. Rebounded by New York's Towns, and they'll come up again. They have scored 7 straight to make it 78-70. Brunson has it on the logo. Nesmith is back on Brunson. Nembhard had taken him for much of the game until now with Nesmith in foul trouble. And now Brunson drives to his right, misses a 3. Rebound corralled by Anunoby. And New York will get another look. They have dominated on the glass. Brunson nearly turned it over. Towns has it, moving to the hoop, and he's fouled. He'll be on the line twice as Toppin got in.
Again, another frenzy here between the two teams, and the Knicks are able to come up with the ball in an advantageous position. They have to foul Towns there, otherwise it's a dunk.
They are plus 11 on the glass, but they're minus 8 on the scoreboard. Towns 2 of 4 from the line, 10 points.
And on that rebound, Anunoby just falling to the ground, able to come up with it to give the Knicks another opportunity.
Pacers had a 15-point lead at 78-63. Over the last 1 minute, 38 seconds, though, they've been outscored 8-0. Siakam is back in, and Toppin is out. Siakam is having an exceptional night with 24 points. New York substitutes for the first time this quarter. Miles McBride is in, and Anunoby is out. One more for Towns. And his foul shot is off the back of the rim, rebounded by Nesmith. New York on an 8-point run has cut the Pacer lead from 15 to 7. Halliburton, perimeter right. Brunson is on him. A 3 on the way, and it's off target. Rebounded by Robinson. Towns has 10 rebounds, and Robinson has 9. New York is plus 11 on the glass. 4:43 left in the third. In the lane, the ball is poked free. Picked up by Nembhard, up the floor for a 2-hand slam. Nesmith.
A great hand by Siakam there. And the Pacers just doing a great job with their deflections right now and anticipation, coming up with some live ball turnovers.
That ends the 8-point run and pushes the lead to 9. McBride hurries into the forecourt. Now he'll take it center of the floor, being hounded by Nesmith. High middle screen Robinson. McBride will use it to miss a 3 perimeter right. Nembhard rebounds ahead to Halliburton, and Bryant trying to get to the goal is sandwiched and fouled. Brunson and Bridges denying access to the goal, but the foul is called with 4:06 left in the third quarter, and Bryant will go to the line.
And clearly the Pacers have seen something on film throughout this series about how they've been able to beat the Knicks down the floor in certain situations. We've seen a number of runouts by Siakam, a couple by other guys, and that there by Bryant where they had an opportunity to get to the rim. This time he draws the foul.
Bridges with his third foul. Bryant was an 86%er during the regular season. Hits the foul shot here. In this series, he had scored a total of 4 points. He has scored 7 points in this quarter since replacing Turner after Turner went to the side with 4 fouls.
And some may think, it's a guy's job to stay ready and when his number is called to go out there and perform. After not playing for a significant amount of time and not knowing if you will play, it is incredibly difficult. Bryant has answered the bell.
He made the foul shots. The Pacers back up by 11. 3:59 left in the third. Siakam is all over Hart. Hart nearly threw it away. Now Brunson being ambushed by Nembhard. Ball is loose on the sideline. It's out of bounds to New York. That was like 2 pit bulls loose in a room full of raw meat.
There is no question. You talk about letting the dogs loose. Siakam and Nembhard putting on an exhibition on-ball defense.
McConnell will check back in for the Pacers. Halliburton will get a rest. This is McConnell's first appearance of the third quarter. He played 7 minutes in the first half. They've got 7 seconds to shoot. Brunson down low, sends it to the far corner. But before anything can develop, a foul is called. And that'll be team foul number 4 with 3:46 left to play in the third quarter. New York will play it in. The foul on the pass-off as Brunson sent it to the corner, and it's McConnell's first.
He comes weak side there to ride that help on that back door by Brunson and just clips him in the face as he attempts to get the steal.
3:46 left, 14 left on the shot clock. Deep third quarter. Pacers in front by 11. They haven't trailed in the second half. In the corner, ball knocked away by Shepard, out of bounds, and it's Indiana's ball. Shepard had just checked in for the first time in this half, and he forces New York's 14th turnover.
Pacers destined to force a turnover on that possession.
Center of the floor, Bryant. McConnell perimeter left, looks inside, nothing there. Moves it center of the floor. Here it comes! McConnell being dared and taunted, and he shot a 3, taking advantage of New York's disrespect. Big 3 by McConnell.
Blatant disrespect by Bridges there. McConnell makes him pay.
14-point Indiana lead, 3:15 left in the third. Brunson driving, right side, tough shot. It spins around and off the front of the rim. Nembhard rebounds. Here comes McConnell to the forecourt. On top, Siakam bluffs the 3, drives and kicks. Nembhard holds it. Now center of the floor, Siakam. Under 3 to go in the quarter. From 15 feet away, Siakam delivers.
Siakam wheeling and dealing right now.
10 of his 26 here in the third. The Pacers have matched their largest lead at 87-71. Brunson with it again. They are really making him work tonight. He's got it on the left wing against McConnell. Cross court to the far corner. Hart is there. Missed it badly from 3-point range. Here come the Pacers again. Siakam, left side to Nembhard. He'll hold it on his hip and now deal it down low. Siakam works his way to the side of the lane. Out to Nembhard. Repost Siakam. 10 to shoot. He's double teamed left side. Open man underneath McConnell. Out to Shepard. Here it comes, and a 3 off the front of the rim. 2:09 left in the third. The Pacers up 16. Hart takes it the distance, and he's on the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, he sees Thomas Bryant in the retreat mode there. And he just attacks him.
Bryant's first foul. That's Hart's first scoring.
And speaking of first, you recall in Game 5, time and time again, the Pacers giving up and ones opportunities. And based on this game, in my count, that's the first one,
right? Yeah.
That's the first one of this game where they've given up an and one opportunity. Thomas Bryant could foul him a little bit harder, but overall, I suspect that was also a topic of conversation, not giving up those opportunities here.
Nembhard gets a rest. He's got 8 assists and 5 steals tonight. Neesmith is back in. Hart on the line. 87-73 as he misses the foul shot. McConnell rebounds. 2 minutes left, third quarter. Pass cross court to the right baseline. Shepard dribbles it back out to the left sideline, and now McConnell has it on the logo. 1:54 left in the third quarter. McConnell moving to his right. Anunoby has him at the edge of the arc. The shot clock's at 7. Siakam goes to work on Hart. Can't get the shot away, or can he? He can, but he missed a right wing jumper. Saved on the baseline by Bryant. Siakam, perimeter right on top to Nesmith. 1:35 to play in the third. Nesmith to McConnell, driving left hand in the lane, bouncing perimeter left, and Bryant is short with a 3-ball. 86 seconds left in the third. New York down 14. They've got the ball with McBride. He got a step on Nesmith. The shot was blocked by Bryant, but a foul is called on Nesmith.
Okay. Pretty good move there by McBride. Hits him with a right to left cross and is able to steal the baseline, but good foul there by Nesmith, and great to see Thomas Bryant playing through it. Block that shot, because again, if not, he may make that layup.
Foul on Nesmith is his fourth. Turner already on the side with 4.
Decision to be made here. And Rick Carlisle is over there lobbying. He wants that foul called on Thomas Bryant, but no, it was definitely committed by Nesmith, and we'll see Jarris Walker. And I thought he did a very nice job with his minutes in the first half.
Had just 5, but did well.
Again, it's not about point production or offensive playmaking. It's about understanding the assignment at hand and being locked in on the details on the defensive end.
McBride makes a pair of foul shots, his first scoring. Indiana's lead is 12 with 76 seconds left in the third quarter. McConnell gives it up on top. Walker to Bryant, left edge. Bryant hasn't used his dribble against Towns, and he'll go center of the floor where McConnell drives down the left side. Can't clear the shot. Sends it out to Siakam. Siakam had his pass taken by Hart. New York out into the open floor, into the near corner, and McBride caught it on the sideline.
Yeah, he's running too wide over there in that left lane. The official immediately catches it. We'll get a couple substitutions here in this last minute of play.
That is their 15th turnover. Halliburton is in with 55 and 3/10 seconds to play. McConnell is out. Toppin returns, and Bryant, who is nothing short of brilliant, will get a nice hand as he goes to the Indiana bench.
Very much deserved there.
Halliburton has it. He's on the logo at center court. The defender out there is DeLon Wright. 45 seconds left in the third. The Pacers lead by 12. Halliburton bouncing. Right hand and looking. Now driving hard off a Toppin screen. Got it back to Toppin. The pick and pop. 3 is right through the middle.
Making Rick Carlisle look like a genius with those substitutions. Get the pick and pop game to go.
Pacers have been spectacular from three-point range. And now a drive at the other end results in a foul as Hart came into the lane and Toppin put him down. Hart is still down, face down to the left of the goal. That's Toppin's second. And assuming he can continue, Hart would shoot 2. Toppin got him across the face with the left hand.
And I'm sure
Tom Thibodeau is coming out from the New York bench.
Yeah, he's going to lobby for a review here, although I think it's a basketball play in it. But as Pat always reminds us, intent has nothing to do with it here.
The call is important here because although it doesn't look like it's going to come into play, if he cannot shoot the foul shots, unless it's a flagrant foul, he can't return, but it looks like he's okay.
He's good.
Toppin, the former Knick, called for that foul. He's been solid off the bench in this game with 10 points and 4 rebounds, and he was 1 of 11 from three-point range in the series coming in. He's 2 of 3 tonight, and now it looks like they might review it.
Yeah, anytime. The other piece, and I don't know if this will have an impact, is he hits Hart with his left hand across the head, which is clearly a foul. They'll review whether it's flagrant or not. Then the other piece is he grabs the rim with the right hand. So can they give basket interference as well?
They cannot. They cannot change that part of this. They can only look at the flagrant. But
wait, can they, Pat? Can they call the hanging onto the rim technical?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't hang on it, but that's a judgment call.
No, that's what that would be the basket interference piece.
Yeah, so they can only look at the flagrancy, but Eddie, to your point earlier, I mean, there's clearly no intent, but that's not part of this rule. He is reaching to try to get the ball, but he swipes down and hits him directly in the face, so this might be an upgrade.
Right.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. James Capers is at the table. With 30 and a tenth to go in the third quarter, the Pacers up by 15, and we do owe you a station identification. We'll get to you after Mr. Capers shares the court's findings. I would say this. Everybody's going to complain about the officiating because it depends on your perspective. Here comes James Capers.
On review, this play does not meet the criteria for a flagrant foul. There is no wind-up. There is some impact, but there is no follow-through. So therefore, we have a common foul on the play.
What I was getting at here, Eddie, is this. You go on social media, you'll find Pacers fans complaining about the officiating. Sure. Knicks fans the same. We're now down to a finite number of officials in this round, the best in the league, and at least from my perspective, this has been an exceptionally officiated series.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think they've done a very nice job throughout the series, and really tonight, when you think about how this game started from a physical perspective, the officials giving both teams the latitude and giving them some grace to go out here and decide the game with their own physical will.
And it's not been haphazard either. It's been very consistent.
Yeah, on both ends.
Hart hits the first, so it's just a conventional two-shot foul. 30 and a tenth to go. Indiana leading by 14. They've outscored New York in this quarter, 32-22. And Hart made them both. His 4 points all coming here in the third quarter. There is separation between game and shot clocks. It's about 6 seconds. Halliburton lost the ball. It's stolen. McBride gets it ahead. Here comes Hart in the lane, floats it toward the hoop, fired it off the back of the rim, and the rebound to Halliburton. Halliburton into the forecourt, being tracked by McBride, but not successfully. Right down the middle of the lane, Halliburton with a two-hand slam.
Toppin makes that play happen on the defensive end. They had a 2-point opportunity with the 2-on-1.
3 seconds to go. It's a 15-point game, and a brick from three-point range by Hart. Left side ends the third quarter. The Pacers, theoretically, 12 minutes away from an NBA final, but that's a long, long time. Through three, it's the Indiana Pacers 92, the New York Knickerbockers 77. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on the Elements Health Radio Network.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get 100
bets win or lose. And see why? It's never only.
Good communications is key to any winning team. When it comes to business communications, your customers and vendors need to communicate with you from a variety of devices. Gibson Teldata provides unified communication solutions to over 3,000 organizations, including the Indiana Pacers, Fever, and Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Unified communications lets your team communicate using a variety of platforms from a single interface. Visit bgibson.com or call 317-298-2945. Gibson Teldata is a proud partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the NBA Finals.
In the NBA Finals, any moment can become unforgettable. Now is your chance to watch the next moment you'll remember forever.
Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Unforgettable awaits. The 2025 NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV begin June 5th on ABC.
Thanks for showing up, Indy. Nothing beats catching your Pacers IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you are catching the Pacers at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Pacers and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Pacers tickets today. There is no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Indy.
Hey, this is Pascal Siakam, and you're listening to Pacer Basketball on Elements Health Radio Network.
The Pacers outscored the Knicks 34-23 in the third quarter. They lead game number 6, 92-77 after 3. Let's pause 10 seconds for network station identification. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
This is the exclusive radio home of the Indiana Pacers.
WIBC HD2, W298BB, WIBC HD3, W228CX, Indianapolis.
10 points from Pascal Siakam in that third quarter, but sometimes to win big games, you need big games from unheralded players. Well, in the third quarter, the Pacers got that from Thomas Bryant, who hit a couple of threes, knocked down a pair of free throws. Bryant, who hasn't played a couple games in this series, had 8 in the third quarter alone. He's got 11 on the night. 92-77 Indiana as we head for the fourth with Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill.
New York with the ball, right to left. They're in the blue, orange and white numerals, letters, and trim. The Pacers play in yellow tonight. Blue and white complementary colors. New York will bring it. Landry Shamet in the game for the first time this half with Josh Hart. DeJuan Wright is on the floor. OG Anunoby and Karl Anthony Towns. The Pacers counter with Ben Shepherd, TJ McConnell, Obi Toppin, Pascal Siakam, and Jarris Walker. Right across the timeline, New York in a 15-point hole as the fourth quarter begins. Shamet has it slightly left of center. Pitches perimeter right. Anunoby played by Walker. Drives it to the right sideline. Picked up by Siakam. 5 to shoot. Towns on top. Muscles his way into the lane and lays it in with the left hand.
Muscles his way is exactly right. I think he catches Walker with an
is
offhand.
down. The Pacers playing 4 against 5. Walker face down in the lane. And now McConnell threw it away. And Anunoby took it in for a dunk. Indiana will take a timeout. New York with 4 quick points to start the fourth. It's 92-81, 11:23 left. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gainbridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
In Game 3, the New York Knicks down 10 after 3, rallied to win. They were down 15, facing elimination here in Game 6, and they've scored 4 quick points to cut it to 11. The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. And when it comes to investing, Gainbridge is doing the same, putting you in control of your own financial future. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. One of those best athletes, Jarris Walker, suffered what appeared to be an ankle injury, not far from where you are, Pat. What happened?
Yeah, it was tough to see. Unfortunately, I'm kind of blocked here in the corner. I'm in a new spot here for the conference finals. But what I can tell you, back to the point that you were making, this is an 11-point game with 11:23 to go. The Pacers essentially have the same situation that they had in game number 3. And in that game, the Knicks were very successful in the fourth quarter at slowing the Pacers down. Indiana only had 20 points offensively in the fourth. And Tyrese Halliburton spent a ton of time talking post-game, taking a lot of blame for that pace slowing down and Indiana not initiating their offense in the way that they wanted to. So almost a carbon copy situation here tonight with the finals on the line.
Halliburton not on the floor now. It's McConnell. Mathurin in for the first time this half. Siakam, Shepherd, and Toppin. Pacers have the ball. They lead by 11. New York will continue to play with Shamet, Wright, Anunoby, Towns, and Hart. Pacers bringing the ball left to right in the second half. And Siakam has it. We're told that Walker with that right ankle is questionable to return. On top, Toppin sends it left edge. McConnell has it there. First minute, fourth quarter. Pacers have the ball and an 11-point lead. Shot clock at 10. McConnell takes it from Toppin, drives it down the right side, and flips it up and off. Rebound is grabbed by McConnell, but he was standing out of bounds.
Critical stretch here is reference 15-point advantage going into this quarter, now 11. See what the Pacers can do to get some stops here and get back going offensively.
Shamet will bring it up against Shepard. On the logo at center court, he gives it to Wright. Back to Shamet, about 40 feet from the goal, the shot clock at 10. Driving to his right, turns the corner, takes the baseline, near corner, Wright with a catch and shoot. Missed the three, Hart with an offensive rebound. His putback won't go, and Siakam pulls it away from Towns. 10:35 left in the fourth. The Pacers have the ball and an 11-point lead. McConnell drives it left baseline, sends it back out to the wing. Siakam one-on-one with Wright. Siakam is going to draw traffic. Now bounces it to the foul line, almost turned it over, did turn it over. The Pacers off to a very shaky start here in the fourth. Anunoby collides with Mathurin, and a three-point play. They give him continuation, and he's on the line as New York cuts it to 9.
He tries to catch that right hand hesitation move by Anunoby, but just far too strong, and gathers and finishes at the rim.
Neesmith and Nembhard are going to come back in. Shepard is out, so is Mathurin. The Pacers have had 3 possessions in this quarter, 2 turnovers and a missed shot. And they have looked very shaky on the offensive end after playing very well through 3 quarters.
Oh yeah, just the inability to create open looks here. The Knicks know this is their last chance.
Foul shot missed. Pacers head to the other end. Toppin down the right side, can't convert. Here they come again with Hart. Running the break to the top of the circle. Left edge, Wright is open. 3 off the front of the rim. McConnell gathers it in with 9:57 to go. Out to Toppin, and Shamet had to foul him to prevent the layup.
Again, another run out for the Pacers. If I'm the Knicks coaching staff, my head's about to pop off my shoulders the amount of times I've seen gold jerseys ahead of the defense.
Remember how many times we saw that in game 4? I think it was.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's even more now.
Well, the Knicks during the regular season were 13th in defensive efficiency, and that's well below their norm. They're generally, as Toppin hits the foul shot, one of the top 5 or 6 defensive teams in the league. They're better offensively than they have been under Thibodeau in past years, but not as good defensively. And overall, they've had an excellent season. So you have to say that it's worked out for them playing this way. But they're not as good as they were defensively, even as recently as last season.
Yeah, definitely not. But it's these easy ones that they're giving up, in what has been a very hard-fought game. So points are at a premium here as Toppin's able to convert the second.
He made them both. The lead is back to 11 as Brunson returns to the game. Brings it forecourt, left side. Nembhard on him. Brunson to the center of the floor. All the way over to the right side with a shot clock at 9. He'll kick it out to the sideline, and Shamet missed a 3. Toppin with a rebound. Toppin has it across the timeline, gathering steam, and now veers off to the left wing. McConnell up top. Here's a 3, and he missed this one from almost the same spot. He hit a big 3 in the third quarter. 9:20 left in the fourth. The Pacers up by 11. Brunson has it. Perimeter right. Towns is in the game, and he's going to drive it in on Siakam, and he collides with Neesmith. A blocking foul on Neesmith. And he's getting up very slowly.
And he may or may not have been there, but it doesn't matter. This is compounding situations here. That's his 5th foul. And he's favoring something as he lips off the floor here.
Towns on the line, shooting 2. Halliburton will come back in with Shepard. Neesmith will leave, but he'll stay on the bench, not go to the locker room. And Turner, who's been gone for a long time with 4 fouls, is also going to come back in. Towns got the first one to drop. New York has not had a good night from the line. They've hit just 71% of their foul shots. One more for Towns. It's a 10-point Pacer lead. 9:12 left to play in the fourth.
Pacers have to try to recapture some of that third quarter offensive magic that they had going, put 34 points on the board, and just have not been able to get it going here yet, at least the first 3 minutes.
Towns is short, missing the second. Shepard rebounds and hands the ball off to Halliburton. 9:07 to play. Halliburton forecourt, right edge, left hand. Being played out there by Anunoby, who's a good defender. Halliburton drives him baseline. He's under the goal. He feeds it out to Nembhard. Nembhard attacks, pull up, left wing on the way and in.
Tough shot there. Well, hits Brunson with a right to left cross and a step back.
Pacers 96, NYK 84. 8:43 left in the fourth. Brunson on the logo at center court. Spinning away from Nembhard, and a foul is called on Nembhard. That'll be his second. Team fouls, Indiana 3, New York 1. This one's non-shooting, and the ball comes in from the near side.
Tyler Ford starting to get a little aggressive with the whistle over these last few possessions.
8:36 left, 10 on the shot clock. New York down 12. Brunson has it. Nembhard trying to get inside his shirt, and now Halliburton comes over and double teams. That forced a turnover, and Nembhard took it in for a layup.
Nembhard takes it from him, and then Nembhard and Brunson again going back and forth, going down the floor.
16 New York turnovers, Pacers by 14. Brunson has it against Nembhard. This has been an epic battle. Brunson hands it off. Towns versus Turner. Towns down the left side, and he laid it off the glass. 16 for Towns. 98-86 as Halliburton goes far corner, and then almost saw a turnover as Shepard tried to send it back out to Halliburton, and Anunoby got there a split second too late. He did knock it out of bounds, but he almost stole it.
It is not the time to be casual, but I'm going to tell you what, this Nembhard-Brunson battle here, gotta love it.
Yes. Both players fiercely competitive.
No question.
Fans are booing because they're showing a replay of a play that they think should have been called a foul on Brunson. Nembhard works the dribble and sends it cross court. Halliburton with under 8 minutes to go, and Indiana up by 12. Driving off the high middle screen from Turner. That got him to the foul line, and he hit a beautiful floater.
Float game.
100-86. 7:37 left. Brunson got to the goal and finished with the left hand, coming all the way down the floor, across the lane, right to left. Now Toppin takes a pass, drives to the hoop, in on the right side. Halliburton got on the ball, and Toppin laid it in.
Again, just outrunning the Knicks down the floor for easy twos.
Halliburton with 12 points and 11 assists. Indiana by 14. In the lane, Bridges backs it up to the top, gives it to Brunson, and there's an offensive foul. Bridges handing the ball to Brunson, and on that handoff, Bridges is tagged with his fourth foul.
I love what I'm seeing from Nembhard right now.
That is New York's 17th turnover. The Pacers, who have led by as many as 16, have the ball in a 14-point lead with 7 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Halliburton left of the logo and into the forecourt. Lobs it perimeter right. Turner hands it to Halliburton. Halliburton hooks it back to Turner, right in front, and Turner lays it in.
That ball screen action, Turner and Halliburton has been magical throughout the season.
Pacers have matched their largest lead at 104-88. 6:43 left. With the ball, Towns to the foul line to the dotted half, and Turner fouled him. Turner played him aggressively, and in the end picked up his 5th foul.
Everyone stays home there. I thought they may have had an opportunity to bring a little help. Turner is able to force multiple dribbles. Towns is not passing the ball. Tough defense there, just commits the foul in the last moment there, and Siakam will come to relieve Turner, and Toppin has been playing marvelously considering the foul trouble that Turner has been dealing with. His minutes have been up throughout this game.
Towns hits the foul shot. Now, this is always subject to debate, but if you ask me, if the Pacers win this game, I think the Eastern Conference Finals MVP should be Pascal Siakam.
I totally agree. I mean, he's, much like the entire season, been the most consistent player for the Pacers and just so efficient with his play. And this is a big-time game he's put together here now, but still work to be done.
Towns made the foul shots. The lead is 14. 6.5 left in the fourth quarter. Halliburton through the logo at center court, being played on this possession by Bridges. Up to screen Toppin. Halliburton takes the left hand to the top of the circle, leans in from the foul line, and delivers another floater.
Once again, just clinic-like work, Halliburton on this ball screen.
Lead back to 16. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. Brunson, not to be denied, drives in and scores off the right-hand glass. 106-92, Indiana by 14. Outside the logo, perimeter right, Halliburton driving in the lane at the goal, and he spun it in.
Love it. Attack the rim, shoot layups.
108-92. Pacers by 16. Towns with a long three off target. Hard offensive rebound out to Anunoby. His three won't go, but crashing to the front of the rim, Towns caught it and dunked it. 14-point lead. New York continues to dominate on the board, but the Pacers have actually out-rebounded the Knicks in the second half. Halliburton with it. Left hand, center of the floor. Bouncing to Siakam into the lane. His shot is blocked, but it's out of bounds to Indiana. Boy, a good play by Anunoby at the goal. Anunoby is but rarely mentioned when people talk about good defenders, and he is excellent.
He's right there with them. I totally agree. Like, he has the size and strength that are gifts there, but certainly knows how to read the game. High IQ.
Bryant will give Toppin a rest. Toppin has been terrific.
Yes, he has. Great minutes by Toppin.
8 to shoot, 5:25 to play. Baseline inbound Halliburton to the corner, Shepard. Further out to Siakam. 5 to shoot. Here it comes, and Siakam is off target with a three ball. Loose ball foul. Shepard, the only Pacer in the lane, and the Knicks couldn't keep him away from the rim without fouling.
Listen, watch Shepard the entire possession there. Siakam was gearing up for that shot. Understanding the shot clock was winding down. He's carving space out, pinned Brunson, and was able to force the foul there.
Brunson's foul is his first. Indiana has the ball in a 14-point lead. 5:15 left in the fourth. Shepard bluffs the three, drives and kicks. Bryant fakes the three. Back out to Shepard. On top to Halliburton. Yet another floater with the same result.
0. Go have yourself a fourth quarter right now with multiple floaters here.
18 points and a dozen assists. The lead back to a game-high 16. Under 5 to play in the fourth quarter. Brunson has it. Picks up the bounce, goes cross-court, tapped away, but gathered in by Brunson. Now Brunson tries a three from the right sideline, rebounded by Halliburton. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Indiana leading by 16. Halliburton driving left side in the lane. A fadeaway is blocked. Loose ball knocked away, picked up by Siakam. Shot clock doesn't reset. Center of the floor, Shepard. Nembhard for three.
Bang, bang, bang. Timeout Knicks.
4 minutes and 20 seconds left. The lead is 19 points on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
Experience the Midwest's newest fine dining destination, Commission Row. Our menu includes the best locally sourced steaks, chops, seafood, and raw bar offerings. Created by Pacers Sports and Entertainment in partnership with Cunningham Restaurant Group. Commission Row is located right next to Gambridge Fieldhouse. Whether for dinner on the main level or drinks and Mel's, our speakeasy bar. Make Commission Row a part of your next game night. Learn more or make a reservation at CommissionRow.com.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service, Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man.
Bell Tire.
Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
4 minutes and 20 seconds separating the Pacers from their second trip to the NBA Finals. The lead is 19. The Pacers and the Knicks very evenly matched throughout this series. In fact, a 4-point game at the half. But the Pacers have just been magnificent here in the second half.
I talked about which team could sustain the level of physicality, intensity, and overall attention to detail. And right out the gate in that third quarter, the Pacers started off with their ability to get some steals. Finished that quarter with 34 points, hold the Knicks to 23. And right now, closing in tremendous fashion.
Out of the timeout, the Pacers leading by a game-high 19 points. Will play with Nembhard, Siakam, Shepard, Bryant, and Halliburton. New York has the ball. They'll bring it the length of the floor with Shamet, Bridges, Anunoby, Towns, and Brunson. By the way, the Pacers out-rebounded by 10 in the first half, have out-rebounded the Knicks by 4 in the second half.
Responded beautifully. Again, it's the offensive rebounds. Talked about Mitchell Robinson. He has five offensive rebounds right now. He got all 5 of those in the first quarter.
New York brings it the length of the floor. Time is a problem for them. They're down 19 with 4 minutes and 19 seconds left. Brunson brings it up the left sideline. Nembhard is there. Nembhard has been exceptional in this game. Brunson pushes him away to create space. Now gets it left edge. Anunoby will try a 3, and it's down to 16. Anunoby has 24 points. He's had an excellent game shooting the ball. 10 of 16. Under 4 minutes to play. The Pacers in front by 16. Halliburton driving, bouncing into the lane, and Toppin right down the middle, soaring into the heavens, and thundering it down with a right hand.
Brunson there just in time for the picture.
1:15:97, 3:40 to play in the fourth. Brunson to the right sideline.
Scott, do you have
looking at a 3. It's Anunoby. It was blocked by Toppin. Anunoby got it back and into Towns for a layup. Half of Towns 22 here in the fourth. Siakam wasting little time, and for a second, it looked like Towns might get away with a foul as Siakam was determined to score. They did blow the whistle, though, and called Towns for his third.
But help me understand, the near side official here, I don't recall his name.
James Capers.
He was on the baseline, watched that whole play unfold, and it was going to be a play on. Tyler Ford had to call it on the weak side behind the play. And Towns immediately just wraps up Siakam as he was attacking him.
Siakam to the line. He'll shoot it twice. He has scored 26 points, collected 5 rebounds, and blocked 2 shots. Shooting 2 here. First one, back rim. From the line in this game, Indiana 13 of 16, 81%. New York 17 of 24, just 71%. Pacers have outscored the Knickerbockers by 30 points tonight from 3-point range. One more for Siakam. And he knocked down the second. He's got 25 points. It's a 17-point game with 3:24 to play in the fourth. Brunson in backcourt. He'll bring it across through the logo at center court. Moving to his right, edge of the arc. A 3-ball is short. Rebound, Shepard. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. Siakam has it for Indiana. Shepard with the ball way out at the left hash mark. Driving to the wing, tried to bounce it into Siakam, but it's stolen by Towns. He lumbers into the forecourt, and he lost the ball. Halliburton got a hand on the dribble. It rolls out of bounds. They'll have it with 2:59 to play, 19 to shoot.
Beautiful anticipation by Tyrese Halliburton. That's going to be an easy 2 if he doesn't come up with that deflection.
Towns takes the inbound, right baseline. He's double teamed by Siakam and Nembhard. Nembhard peels away. Pass into the lane. Anunoby right back to the corner. Off target 3 from Bridges. Rebound Halliburton. Pacers by 17 with 2:45 to play. Into the forecourt, Halliburton all the way to the goal. He lobbed it to the rim. Checkmate! Checkmate! Toppin with a dunk.
Sweet baby.
At the other end, Shamit's three is blocked. Towns has the ball on the baseline, and he stepped out of bounds.
This ball game. Let the party begin on a Saturday night, downtown Indianapolis.
2 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. 118-99. This crowd, which has been, to say the least, enthused from the opening tap, is now on the verge of going into a frenzy. As Halliburton brings it up, draws a trap, gets it to Shepard, into the corner, three on the way, and it's short. Toppin unsuccessful. Rebound New York, only 2:09 remaining. Into the forecourt comes Bridges, driving off a Town screen, got it to Anunoby, and Anunoby's shot is spiked out of there by Toppin. Here comes Halliburton, 1:57 to play. Halliburton lobs it inside, Nembhard with a touch pass to the goal, and Siakam tried to dunk it. He was fouled, and he'll earn his points from the line. The crowd now recognizing the inevitability of this is on its feet. The home team is in front by 19.
Obi Toppin, have yourself a night.
Well,
you needed most.
Let's make sure we all agree. And Bryant was great in the third quarter, but do we agree, Pat, Eddie, that Toppin is our Indiana Soybean Alliance versatile player of the game off of the bench?
I 100% agree.
I will agree.
Siakam's first foul shot is clean, bouncing it in off the front of the rim. Indiana Soybean Alliance wants to remind fans that soybeans are the versatile crop of Indiana, providing Hoosiers with food, fuel, and fiber every day. And now Tom Thibodeau has waved the white flag. He is clearing his bench. Pacome, Dadier, and Tyler Kolek, neither of whom have played in this series, are on. So the Knicks season will end in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Disappointing, of course, but you cannot say, as Siakam hits the second free throw, that they didn't have an excellent season.
No, they had a very good season. But raise your hand if at the beginning of the season you'd be saying the Indiana Pacers are going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Three ball near side.
The NBA Finals.
Landry Shamet. I wouldn't have raised my hand if you said they were going to the Eastern Conference Finals at the start of the season. They still had a lot to prove as far as I was concerned, and they have done more than prove it. Here's Halliburton in the lane, backing up to the top of the three-point arc. Left edge to Shepard, 85 seconds to go. Siakam again scoring from the foul line. He has had a night. Pascal Siakam with 31 points, his third 30-point game of this series. Shamet again, three ball. He is really good from out there. That's his third of the game. 122-105, 73 seconds remaining. Toppin brings it ahead, holding the ball on the right sideline. Now moves it to the center of the floor, gives it to Halliburton. Halliburton moving to his left. Here it comes, and of course it's good from 1,274 feet away. Out on the left side, and the way this game has gone, Eddie, you knew when he shot it, it was going in.
Just cause.
125-105, misfire and a foul, as Ariel Hukporti, playing in his second game of the series, tried to score and drew the contact. And now the Pacers, with a 20-point lead and 47 and 2/10 seconds to go, are going to get some of the main players off the stage. Johnny Furphy will check in for the first time. Our Kroger performance of the game, boy, there are many contenders. I will go with Siakam.
I'm going to go with Siakam as well.
Pat?
For three, Siakam.
Well, I guess there aren't many contenders then.
There are, but his presence and the way he set the tone, especially when it was, I mean, this was a street fight for 2.5 quarters before the Pacers were able to assume command, and he was the one able to right the ship.
Stay with us. We'll visit with one of the stars of the game, and we'll carry the trophy presentation from center court as the Pacers win their second Eastern Conference championship, their first since 2000. Hukporti missed the first foul shot and the second. Rebound Bryant. McConnell brings it up, only 44 seconds remaining. Indiana 125, New York 105. Left side McConnell. He'll chew some clock with 35 seconds to play. Kolek is on him out near the center jump. Looks like he's going to take a shot clock violation. Down to 26 seconds to go. The shot clock violation will give the ball back to New York. Shot clock is dark with 22 1/10 to play. James Johnson is in his first appearance of these finals. He's playing with Mathurin, McConnell, Furphy, and Bryant. 19 seconds left. It's 125 to 105. McCourty has it out on the right edge. Gets it to Kolek. Driving center of the floor, left edge, catch and shoot. Shamit's a machine.
Too bad they didn't know that in games 1 and 2.
7 seconds left. Time will run out. And the Eastern Conference Championship has been captured by the Indiana Pacers. You can hear the crowd. They are just ecstatic as the two teams congratulate one another. As I said, we will carry the trophy presentation in just a few minutes. Now, the last time the Pacers got to the NBA Finals, it was 2000. And I am one of the very few, Eddie Gill, still here from then. So I could expound on what it's like to get to the finals, how cool it is, what happened when the Pacers got there last time, what we might look for this time. But really,